That was the worst. Like
I was 17. I
thought I was gonna die that night.
Damn.
Yeah. No,
That sounds like the beginning of a documentary. I was like, I'm watching this, nigga.
This is surviving jail, nigga.
All right, what's good, world? You are back and listening to another episode of the Average American Males. My name is Cheo.
The nigga with the do-rag? What? But you know how much I was waiting to do that?
Oh, my God.
Waiting,
I'm going to be real. That shit caught me so off guard,
That shit
bro.
scared the fuck out of me, bro. I was like,
All right, go
I
ahead,
got headphones on. That shit was loud.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Finish the intro.
All right, man. I'm here with fucking AMS loud ass.
Yep.
Here with the homie Cam, and we got another special guest this week. We coming at you with special guests week after week after week after week. Who are you, bro? Introduce
Yes, sir.
yourself.
Spencer Brown, man.
My guy.
Yes,
What's
been homies
good?
with Cheo for some years now.
Yeah, man. Make sure you talking to the mic the whole time.
Okay, we good.
Don't fuck up my shit, bro.
We good.
Yeah, bro. How you feeling today? How's everybody feeling today?
I'm good, bro.
Blessed, man.
I like that. That's a good answer. Blessed.
We breathing.
We got a camera set up today too.
Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
Shout out Andrew, bro.
Andrew, shout out.
So
Nigga
what's-
bought a camera just to record for this podcast.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, he owed me money.
You know what we call that, bro?
He owed me money.
We
I
call
was
that
like,
growth.
Bro.
Nobody owes you money, man.
Yeah.
It literally
Nigga,
nobody owes you money. Kid,
Literally nobody.
Nigga, where my water bottle, nigga? This nigga owe me $10 or a water bottle from 3 years ago.
What's on the docket, bro?
Exactly, nigga.
Ah, shit. Soldier Boy, man, we might as well talk about that shit, my nigga.
Y'all niggas, you talking
Big
about how y'all didn't have me on the
Soulja.
show last week.
Oh, yeah, let's get into that. We can talk about We were trying out new co-hosts because you said you starting your own podcast, right?
Oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so-
no, fuck all that, my nigga. Big Soldier, Big Draco.
Draco. Hey, my niggas been coming with receipts, bro.
It ain't even receipts, bro.
It's not. He's just reminding everyone what we already knew.
It's deeper than that. This nigga is saying shit that is accurate. That's separate from all the receipts, bro. He's just saying smart. You see, I know everybody's seen this when he was on
Talk
academic
more
show,
into your mic.
when he was on academic shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then the girl was like, "Why
She
you got
was
so many
hating.
businesses?"
Hey, why you ain't
Hey,
got
hey. Real quick, that was the most
Say it. Say it out loud.
ignorant shit I've
Yes.
ever heard anyone say ever in
It
my
was
life.
so bad. They thought about kicking her off the show after
She
that.
should have, like, honestly, everyone should turn to her, like
My
fucking
Facebook
DJ.
feed was lit, man. People was
Yeah,
like,
same thing.
hating. Oh, they was like, did she just say that? Like, thread
Exactly.
was like 100 comments deep.
Nigga, I was
Talking
like,
shit.
what? Why do you have so many businesses with sass and attitude?
She was coming off
just
as like a
shows-
hater.
Bitch,
Bitch, why do you only work for fucking?
It just shows a
bitch?
lack of understanding, you know,
Yeah.
of what
Exactly.
having multiple businesses can do.
Oh my dude, that shit was so
Bro,
dumb.
th-
I was
that-
like, what are you
that
talking
was
about?
That's gonna be a window for a bunch of black people who do think that way, because they're gonna see other people's responses, and then they're gonna be like, well, why? And it's gonna open the door to be like, oh, I'm doing this just the wrong way. We need multiple streams of income.
Yeah, I mean, and you
So-
don't get me wrong, you can't have too many businesses,
You can,
you know, and spread yourself thin and not put enough time or energy into.
if
into
you're, but if you're worth $30 million, you're doing all right. You're doing something correctly.
yeah, but most of that net worth has to do with his
His
record.
music
Yeah,
catalog.
his music catalog.
Yeah, I'm
Even-
sure.
even
I'm
so,
sure,
bro.
But still, having outside business ventures and you have money where you're not broke, you
Yeah.
know, explore because you never know what else is gonna pop off for sure.
I mean, you can get one that can get you everything you need, or you can get 5 that get you, you know.
yeah.
Bro, I feel like this is the thing. Like my grandma recently, right? I told my mom, I'm like, oh, you know what's so crazy? I was at a massage spot, stumbled upon a dentist that was a black-owned dentist. Didn't even know it was there. So, you know what I hate, bro? I hate when I'm talking and this nigga Cam just leans forward and just cuts off my line of sight to the niggas I'm talking to. Don't say nothing, man. Just don't.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. I'm set up to
Go
drink my
ahead.
coffee.
Anyway,
I don't like your arm behind me, bro.
I'm in the middle. Like,
My
I don't know what
goodness.
y'all want me to. I'm supposed to sit like this, bro.
Yeah.
relax.
I'm a man, bro.
Hey,
They can sit with their arms up.
No, but I told my mom about the black-owned dentist, bro. She told my grandma, and then my grandma who's also black. You know what I mean? was like, "Oh no, I don't trust that." Like, like
What?
immediately
What's the
And
name
I'm
of the
like-
dentist office though?
something that don't sound like extra black.
Okay.
This nigga think it's like fried chicken.
Yeah, that
dental
shit
or
like
shit, nigga,
called Jerome's or something. I'm not.
Do you
trusting
think that
no
has to do with
dentist.
like her past experiences with black businesses,
Bro,
or
my-
just
my
her
grandma's
mindset?
Teeth. My grandma's teeth was a credit score, nigga. Like, bro, my mom told me today. She said my grandma's teeth look bad. She said it looks scary. She described my grandmother's teeth as scary. I said, scary how? Like something crazy happened? And she's like, no, it's scary to look at. Like, I'm like, damn, bro, that's crazy. She said they're bucking out. She said bucking. My mother described her mom's teeth as bucking. I was like, that's crazy. But my grandma was like afraid of everything apparently. But it just threw me off because she heard it was a black dentist and was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Immediately felt a
Yeah,
certain type
and
of way.
I felt, I was just like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, that's crazy. Fucking best dentist I've ever been to. Had nothing to do with them being black. They just had good equipment. And because of, like, they all fuck with each other. It was
You actually went to that dentist?
hell yeah, I went.
Oh,
that
my
nigga's
God.
a G, bro. And
You would never.
his all the people that work in there is black and Latino. I loved it.
I've never like found like, you know, you go into like a complex somewhere and there's this and there's that and there's that. I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna try that chiropractor. I'm gonna try that doctor. Like, I'm gonna stick with what I got. I barely explore outside of what I already know.
I don't like Western dental, bro.
Hell no.
Yeah, you see, bro. That's what I
Western
was.
dental's like emergencies only. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got it. You know, if you don't have insurance, you got to go there and get that deal.
I always had insurance. It's just that I just didn't.
You never explored like all the
I
dentists
didn't
in
have
your
like-
network
exactly,
or whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I just happened to be. I found a good massage spot, a good barber, and it's funny because I like black people weird about getting their haircut places. You know what I mean?
Talk closer into your
Yeah,
mic.
just turn me up, nigga.
Nah, just talk closer into
I'm
your
just
mic.
fucking with you, bro. But I was getting my hair cut by this Mexican dude who cut hair real good, bro. So I had like the Mexican barber across the street, then the massage parlor, like
Asian.
what?
They're Asian.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
I don't.
They got the curtains in the window.
I just feel like, why did you go so hard for that?
No, because I thought you was naming every race. I thought you was going to go. My
Oh,
Mexican
nah.
barber, my Asian massage place,
Nah.
my black dentist.
Nah, it wasn't even that. It was the fact that they were close. The reason why I mentioned Mexican barber was because of this. In the spot where the black dentist is,
Yeah.
there's a black barber shop right there. I didn't even know. But I'm like, these Mexican niggas do such a good job, bro. I can't fuck with y'all niggas. Like, these niggas do good. Like, not right now. Don't look right now, bro.
I mean, you got
He said, "Don't look right."
you got Hispanic-ish hair.
I guess my nigga. I mean, my shit long right now, bro. My shit's short. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Me and Cam damn near got the same hair.
Wait, you said my shit long right now. My
Yeah,
shit
Cam
short.
don't have black hair.
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever, nigga.
I'm out here.
The fuck that mean?
He's
Like
out here.
I'm exotic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this nigga's a stripper.
special, bro.
This nigga's a stripper, bro.
I'm not regular. Like, yeah.
Anyway,
That's all
I
I'm
just felt
saying,
some
bro.
type of way about my grandma, like really tripping about the black shit, the black
Yeah, that's
businesses.
interesting.
You know what it is? I feel like, at least for my grandmother, she sees shit on TV and then
Yeah.
believes it. Like, she'll see, like, oh, somebody got killed in the Uber. So she won't do Uber for the rest of her life.
Right,
So she probably saw, like, some judge show and, like, got into it with, like, a black dentist or something. Was like, I'm never trusting black dentists, you know?
right.
The
Pull
reason
pull
why-
a tooth or something.
Yeah, she like, fuck
Well,
that.
I looked at it like this because a lot of black people be saying shit about like black businesses failing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, why, like, where is that like distrust coming from? Because Soulja Boy was saying this shit, like, he's like, oh, I got this video game console. I'm the first rapper came out with the video game console, and everybody was like, yo, niggas is saying that this shit is a scam.
Emulator, yeah.
And it's
Oh,
like,
it's a scam. It's just an emulator. It's just
Yeah.
a this.
It's like-
nah, nigga.
it's like-
it's a console.
yeah, but it's like, why?
All right, wait, it is an
immediately-
emulator, though.
It
All
probably,
right, my nigga, but it's a Soulja Boy console. All right,
But bro,
Yeah.
technically, the Nintendo, the you know the like the Nintendo Classic they came out with already preloaded games.
Mhm.
That's technically an emulator then.
Yeah.
But nobody said that when Nintendo put their shit out. You know what I'm saying?
But that's because
so-
Nintendo has credibility. Soulja Boy coming out of left field with a video
of
game
course.
has no credibility for it. So that's why people received it that way.
It was just so quick to be like, fuck
It's-
y'all.
it-
You know, like,
but
like,
that's a whole thing in the black community is quick to
Ex-
knock people.
Yeah.
that's where
you
I was
know?
going. That's
Yeah.
exactly where I was going, bro.
but he sold so many that it's like, huh, all right. Like,
How many did he sell?
claimed he made $1 million off of it.
His numbers
He
be
said
crazy, though. You can't trust
he's
his
had a few
numbers.
claims.
That were
you know, throughout the
he's been
years.
fact checked a few times.
He's been fact checked, but this time he's been super open with everything.
Yeah, he's
like,
been
"Look,
showing the
here you
receipts,
go,
too."
here you go,
Right,
here you
right,
go.
right.
I don't
Yeah,
care. I
bro.
made $1 million.
Yeah,
They were like,
but I don't know. He's holding the phone And like academics,
Nah.
like that's a picture. That's not
Okay.
like the exact thing.
Yeah, he
Nah,
said
he
something
did it
about
with
like
Charlamagne
that's
too, though.
But
$8,000
he did the same thing with Charlamagne, and Charlamagne was like, "Yeah, this isn't a picture." Like,
No, but there was also another one where Charlamagne proved him wrong about the money he was making, and Charlamagne, and then Soulja Boy, his response was like, I'm making money. Money is money. Money is money. Money is
that was
money.
about the deal where he said, "I got a $40-something million deal." He was like, "Yeah, I heard that."
Talking to your mic.
He was like, "I heard you got a $40-something million deal," and Charlamagne deaded that. He was like, "Yeah, money's money." But as far as the video game shit goes, he showed him the receipt. He was like, "Here you go,
Maybe.
look at it." And he scrolled.
Maybe.
He was like,
but
"Nah,
nah,
this is real."
that is something true. Like they were saying, like when Ray J came out with the glasses, we joked about him. When Soulja Boy came out with the game, we joked about him. We constantly down shit in our own community.
Hey, that glasses idea is amazing.
That shit was tight. It was funny because the way he presented it, but that shit was tight. I would get so.
Yeah,
Them shits was. I forgot the name.
I
of it.
wouldn't get those.
Ray J always coming out with shit. Like y'all
Got
ever seen
headphones,
this?
too? I seen them shits.
He had headphones. He has that scooter shit too. Have you ever seen? It's like a scooter bike.
Nah,
I think
ain't
is the
seen
name of it.
I mean, the George Foreman grill is one of the most popular grills ever. You know, is it only because he wasn't a rapper first that
Nah, it's because
everybody
he
was
George
super
Foreman, nigga.
accepting?
It's because George Foreman, like it's like put it like this. I feel like
The
if Drake came out with like headphones, niggas would be like, yeah, because it's Drake.
Yeah.
The brand of who's selling it is what's making it popular.
Yeah, I think a mistake a lot of people try and do is they try and attach themselves to it. Like, this
Yeah.
is Ray J's sunglasses. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It'd be better if they came out with like a completely third party. You didn't even know Ray J was
Exactly.
involved.
Exactly.
That would
and
be-
then you find out, oh, he's an investor.
Right, but people
not
want the
even realizing.
shine. People
Yeah,
want the
exactly.
shine and say, "Oh, that I started this business." You
Yeah,
know,
that's a mistake.
that's a mistake.
It's a big mistake because now anything you do, and I mean, he's always gonna be the nigga that was in the Kim Kardashian porn.
Mm.
It's not even the Ray J porn. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
the Kim Kardashian porn, and he's the nigga that's in it. Like you know,
Yeah.
it's funny how she
Damn.
slingshotted to like extreme stardom and extreme money too. Like Kim Kardashian could
I mean, they already had a lot of money.
who the Kardashians?
Yeah,
Not nowhere near as what they got.
Yeah, bro.
obviously
Her branding
not.
is,
but
way-
they've
yeah.
already had a lot of money. They were
Okay.
never broke, and they're smart.
the mom.
Yeah, but Kim started that shit, bro.
Kim's
Kim
fame
put on-
catapulted.
Kim
it.
Kim
pussy-
put the family on.
Kim's pussy put the whole Kardashian line up, nigga.
Paris Hilton started it, but
Paris Hilton
because
started
Kim was her assistant,
Kim followed
Yeah,
the
bro.
blueprint.
and then saw
who's
the blueprint.
who's porno?
Put out
Paris
the porn.
Paris porno
Paris-
tape
I
came
forgot
first.
about
right?
Yeah.
I forgot about Paris
Yeah.
porn too.
Nigga, you don't think that blueprint wasn't already set?
That's literally
She
what
was
she.
like,
That's why they went with it because
Paris-
they saw what the
Damn.
what the
Paris
results
Hilton.
were.
Paris Hilton is the soldier boy of all that.
She really. Have you guys seen the?
Damn.
Have you guys seen American Meme on Netflix?
The wait,
American Meme.
meme?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I thought talking about
I've been
the,
wanting to watch
the
that,
Mexican
though.
movie American
no.
Me.
No.
Yeah, I was like, damn, niggas
no,
gonna talk about this.
American Meme. American Meme is crazy though.
That's a good ass movie for whoever ain't seen it. Go see that.
But American Meme is dope. Like this just kind of goes through the history, a little bit of social media with Paris Hilton and how she kind of started the whole trend. And then they have a few different like celebrity Instagram accounts on there that they kind of follow with them and see.
That's kind of tight.
They have that one Vine chick, like dark long hair. She's fucking with Tommy Lee now.
Oh yeah. I did see
So,
that. I
yeah,
did see. I know you're
it's
talking about.
cool because they get so much fame, and then they talk about like the downsides of it, and all that shit.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
But
By the way-
now when Paris was claiming the Soldier Boy title,
Bro,
I started this
she
shit.
deserves it.
said,
She said she
"Kim."
deserves it.
Kim.
Yeah, I know for real. Paris.
Bitch, that was fucking Ray.
Yeah, I know.
She was getting coffee for me. You know
Same bitch
The
that
girl-
dated
the
Chris
girl
Humphries and
husband
shit.
is
Yo, that's hilarious, bro.
What y'all think about Soulja Boy getting more credit though for taking credit from rappers? He's saying that he birthed Drake and Kanye.
Bro,
and
he has a lot of shit to back it up.
Is this
I wouldn't
my
say-
shit
I
the
wouldn't
thing
say it
that's
was a
beeping
burst.
right now? Or
yeah, that's you getting messages on your keyboard.
I don't know how to turn the volume down on for that on my shit.
Neither.
It was
So I
funny
don't
when
know.
he said
I think
Chief
you could put
Keef,
on Do Not
'cause-
Disturb.
and he was mentioning all those names.
Yeah.
To me, Soldier had that like if he sees anybody kind of bubbling, he'd go attach himself to it, try and get 3 or 4 songs out.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's not. But I don't think he was birthing these guys. You know what I mean?
Nah,
kind of
Chief-
thing.
These-
These
he
little
was getting
these
in
little
early.
niggas, he was helping.
Yeah, for sure.
The thing
For
I give
sure.
Soulja Boy is for sure. I'm not trying to diss Soulja Boy, but he was the first dude I
with
felt
the
like
goons?
that got on that wasn't good at rapping. He birthed the niggas that can't rap to be able to make money in music and hip hop.
Bro, he had hits though. I'm not gonna say that nigga's a great rapper. He had hits though.
He had a
Then he just
couple
put out
hits.
a new joint. I think Chell sent it to us, nigga.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
And that motherfucker was tight.
I could tell from Soulja Boy that he knows how to rap, but he's smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I can tell, like, making a hit is such a formula and a science that think about how many rappers there are, how many you know personally and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's so many talented rappers who will never be hit makers. Like, you're not even a hit maker to the point where you could write a hit for someone else, someone with a better image. You just don't know how to write a hit. All you know how to do is connect fucking lines and metaphors and bars and shit. But if you can't write a hit, all that shit is pointless. You know what I'm saying?
feel it.
You're going to cipher forever.
You know who a nigga I think about when you just said that? It's Troy Ave. Remember how big Troy Ave was when he was first about to come out?
Yeah, I remember him having a
And
He had a
was-
lot of hype.
Yeah, he was talking about Chance the Rapper. Like, this nigga Chance the Rapper is goofy. Blah, blah, blah. Goofy ass nigga.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Where is
Troy Ave the
Ave?
one that got in trouble with Taxstone?
That
for
nigga got
getting
shot. Didn't he get shot? Yeah, he got shot.
Yeah.
And niggas went to jail. Like
I think he got like in a
He's-
lot of trouble.
he
actually.
no,
What
he
happened?
snitched
Yeah.
on somebody and they're in jail for it, and that's his whole thing, his downfall. Because niggas is like, oh, you rapped about all this shit, but you a snitch.
Damn.
So
Damn.
Yeah, Troy Ave had like a lot of shit come back to him after some shit.
After
yeah.
his little fame or whatever, little shit unfolded bad for him.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Fuck that nigga, man.
I saw where Soulja Boy was saying, well, I actually knew this before, but he said what he used to do was during the LimeWire era was he'll look at like the top 100 songs
Mm-hmm.
and he'll just put his song
With their
with the title of that. So it'll be
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, and then he'll have just crank that Soulja Boy. Come
Bro,
on
he
with
was
his
Rick rolling motherfuckers, bro. Do you
Yeah.
remember that shit on YouTube, Rick Roll?
Yeah.
That shit used
Never
to
gonna
make me
give you. Yeah, that
That
shit used to
shit
make
used
me so pissed, bro.
Hey, I low-key want Ricky to do that shit as promo for his album. Though.
That'd be tight.
Just Rick Roll nigga.
But his name's Ricky. It kind of works.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
tight. It's not a bad idea.
All right, enough Soulja Boy, man. We talked about it just because we had to.
Big
Hey, bro,
Soulja.
Soulja Boy got the biggest comeback 2019.
He had the biggest comeback 2018.
No.
No, he didn't.
That's not a lie.
I'm gonna give it to him, man.
Did you see Tyga and all them niggas like
Tyga?
You just see niggas posted a little shit, bro.
The nigga who I put in my music video.
Should've said
Hey,
that nigga.
you know what's tight is how Tyga posted the streams,
That's what I was talking about.
and then how he was like, nope, and then posted the music video, and Tyga's response was, "Thanks for the opportunity, I appreciate it."
That's right, bro.
Yeah, man.
Keep it 100, my nigga. Keep it a buck. They're like, they trying to Bow Wow challenge this nigga. Like, nah, bro, he did it. Like,
My
he got it.
famous shit is the famous deck shit, bro. The fucking
yeah.
if this
He
being
said
like-
my famous shit.
You right,
It's
what?
the famous deck shit. I was-
my favorite shit is the famous deck shit because they show like the famous decks video. And I'm like, this nigga Soulja Boy, you on fucking crack, nigga. Like you didn't put me on, like blah blah
Yeah.
blah. You
Oh,
stupid.
when they
like
trying to fight over this
like
shit?
yeah, you helped me, but you're dumb. And then Soulja Boy posted a video of famous decks when he first signed to Soulja Boy. He was like, they asked me if I signed to Soulja, and he's like cashing on his money. He's like, I'm flying out to LA tomorrow. Thank you, Soulja. Like,
SOD
I'm like,
Money Gang,
"Ah."
shit like
Exactly, bro.
You didn't think he kept that video? Ah,
Exactly,
so
bro.
Awkward.
He came at the right time to do this shit too. It's like where
Yes,
trolling
perfect.
is like the perfect way to get the notoriety.
Yeah.
And Tekashi like just paved that way real fast. So like now anybody
He,
can come around and do that.
I don't
shit.
think he could have did this if Takashi didn't go to jail.
Yeah, probably not.
It gave
Probably
a
not.
void, you know. I don't know if he.
We
I
were-
I don't know.
why he's
They
claiming
could have
he
been
came
beefing.
back.
That shit could have been like
We were-
world news.
We were looking for the next internet sensation. You know what I'm saying? Like after Takashi went to jail, because
And memes and
Takashi
shit
kept
slowed
me
down, too.
so fucking entertained for so long on Instagram, bro. Like,
I think it could have worked, bro. I think that they would have been beefing, and that shit would have been like entertainment. Takashi was beefing with Ludacris. He would have took time to beef with Soulja Boy. He'd have been like calling this nigga old. Then Takashi would have did Instagram Live with Soulja Boy. It'd have been like just every other beef.
But like this whole press run that he's going on and stuff, I don't think it would have maneuvered the same way.
He just recovered from like that other shit, the beefs that he had with Migos and shit when he was on fucking Instagram wilding out, had all the Dracos out and was just looking like a fucking fiend, you know?
Yeah, that's just funny.
So I don't
Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Hey, you believe the Chris Brown thing though? That Chris Brown's the one who backed out of the fight?
Yeah, I
it
think
makes more sense for
I
Chris
think
Brown to
niggas
back out.
called Chris Brown and was like, "What are you like?" More important people was like, "You don't need to feed down to this." You know what I'm saying? And get
Honestly,
into
I
this.
think Chris Brown would have fucked him up too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but he said he was about to get $7 million. Floyd Mayweather was about to give him $7 million for that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what
It's
Draco
funny how
said.
niggas just be so rich that they could just play with your life.
Nah, he was
I
gonna
think-
promote it and market it. They
Yeah,
probably
they
would have
would make
made
some
that
money.
much money
Yeah.
off of
Oh,
that
well,
shit.
there you go. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather was like,
But
oh,
Chris
yeah.
Brown don't need that money.
He said Chris
Nah,
Brown
Chris-
went
Soldier
to,
wants that money.
he said Chris Brown went to Adrian Broner, and Adrian Broner was like, yeah, cool, and they offered him like $1 million, Soulja Boy $1 million for it, and he was like, nah. And then he said he called Floyd Mayweather. He was like, oh, I'll handle all this. We'll get you $7 million.
Yeah, smart.
I was
Smart.
like, oh, I
Because
would
Flow was
have
about
took
to
that
get
fight.
14. That's why,
Yeah,
nigga.
exactly.
Easy for a 30-minute situation.
That would've
Wasn't 50
that
back
would've
in
been tight.
Soldier Boy, and he was trying to get him a certain amount of money too.
Probably, bro.
Something like with some training,
there's
yeah.
there's
Yeah,
so much
50
there's
has
so
a
much
production
money in that
company, too.
shit that it's like, yeah, cool. I would have fought any of them niggas for a mil. You know, like fuck out of here.
Do you guys think that Soldier Boy will be talked about in 60 days?
He's supposed to drop this
probably.
project through a major
If
label.
he's smart, yes.
So yeah, I think so.
You don't think something else will, be the current?
No, something else is gonna be the current thing, but I think his music is gonna go up. I think he's gonna have one hit.
He put out one song, right?
Put out like 3 or 4
Right,
songs.
just
since
right now.
August, Yeah.
Okay.
The
Are any
one
of them
The
good?
one that Chell sent was a hit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this nigga really did.
He got a couple, but I could tell he's about to get on something with someone big, like him and Drake, or him and someone is gonna do something big.
So I was saying that, like, he's saying, because it's funny about the Drake shit. And I was saying, like, bro, this nigga trying to, like, start a little beef with Drake. And Chell was like, nah, bro, he fuck with Drake. They fuck with each other. And if that's true and he gets a song with Drake, my nigga, that nigga Soulja Boy came all the way back, bro.
Yeah,
I
he's
swear
I
to
think he
God.
already came back.
He's going to get a song with someone big. That's when it will solidify his spot. When he gets that co-sign
He has
from
to do that
like
and
like a
rap.
Cardi B or
It's not a bad one either.
or Migos, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know
He
about
got
Migos, though.
he got an ASAP Ferg feature right now.
okay, and Ferg drops once a year with a hit, a
Yeah.
banger that goes all year. So it could be.
That's true, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That
so
Plain
it's
Jane
like,
is still a banger, my nigga.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
even now,
you ride with them up.
Yeah, you
bro.
see what I mean?
So yeah, if he gets a hit, it's completely worked. All that shit was worth it. Amazing.
It'll be
And I
interesting.
don't think Drake is taking any of this serious or is like mad at it. He's definitely poking fun at Drake for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the pictures
But,
and stuff.
but
is
some
like,
of the shit he said, I'm like, it's a little. They got bodied by Pusha T. He's fully said.
oh, that's what I'm saying. He's poking fun at him for sure. Like he's trolling him, but I don't see Drake being like,
Are they homies or
oh,
not?
this nigga. I mean, I don't
Why
think
would
they,
you
I
care?
don't think they have.
Why
like,
would you care if you're Drake?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not caring
Yeah.
what Soldier Boy
Not
said
about
me.
Soulja Boy, but if
But
they-
I like I think it's to the point where Drake is laughing at this. Like, yo, this nigga hilarious, bro. Like, I fuck with him.
let's
Maybe.
hope.
If I was Drake, that's how I would
Hey,
take it.
Do y'all-
You
do
know,
y'all-
he's a-
He said, "You the light
ahead, bro.
skin."
Do y'all think Drake is unstoppable after all the Pusha T shit?
I feel like,
Like-
Drake got another 10 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
Another
feel
10
like
years?
like Drake could still have a good 10 years still.
I want Drake to retire at 35.
How old is he?
Why?
now?
Just to come back like Jay-Z or what?
Nope, because he said he was gonna retire at 35.
All right, I feel it.
What's
He said-
retired to you?
He said, "I'm the best rapper 35 and under." I'm assuming everybody's 35 and under because that's when I'm planning on retiring. It's already funded. I was like, I hope he really does this. If he sticks to this line is amazing.
What's retired to you? Like a couple
You
features?
Stop rapping. No more features. No more nothing. You're
That's
Joe
extreme.
Joe Budden.
What if he's like-
you don't rap?
What
no
if he
more.
like 3 Stacks? I consider Andre.
He's not retired. Three
I
Stacks
consider
still
him
makes
retired
music.
though.
If you're still making good content, though, why would you stop? Like, if you're still bringing good art into the world, why would you just
I mean, don't get
never
me.
do it again?
I-
What else?
I-
What are you
I-
gonna do with
There's
your
just
life?
so many niggas that I look at right now where I'm like, you shouldn't have came back. Like your legacy would have been flawless if you didn't. Like the next generation.
Were they as big as Drake though during
Yeah,
during their
Jay-Z.
prime? You don't think Jay-Z should rap anymore?
No, and I'm sure he has to. You know what I'm saying? In order to like
Jay-Z doesn't have to still rap.
nigga.
Well,
let
he's
me
not doing it
finish.
for money. We know that.
I'm saying he has to in order to like as therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like just because that's your craft. Like I haven't played drums in forever. I still want to play drums all the time. You
Yeah.
know? But
That's what I'm saying. Retiring at 35 is hard to do. What are you gonna do for the rest of your life? You got a long.
You're
you got a
asking
lot of
him to
years
retire
left.
too at when he's at the top of the game.
that's the best time to stop.
That's hard to ask somebody though when you're
It
literally the
is.
best.
It is because niggas have addictions. You are addicted
that's
to the
true.
fame. You're addicted to the spotlight. You're addicted to this. But I promise you, for your legacy to be flawless,
Should Kanye retire?
52 and 0. This is
Kanye
what he
should
should
retire
have
a long time
Should
ago.
Kanye retire?
No.
He need to do
That
something.
nigga is.
So
he-
Kanye shouldn't
If
retire,
you're
but Drake
expired,
should.
you need to retire. That nigga's expired.
Kanye's legacy
done with
is
that nigga.
already tainted.
Yes.
Drake's is flawless right now. Album after album after album. If he retired at 35, like on the run that he's on, he will go down in history as the best career ever.
It's true.
If he doesn't, and the next generation isn't quite as accepting, he'll have a decline, and it'll just be that slight taint. We've never had anyone with the flawless. Look at Eminem. Look at Kanye. Look at Jay-Z. Look everyone so
That's
far
true.
who
Has
went
had
through
a
that
fall off.
GOAT status of like you can do no wrong has hit a rough patch with the younger generation. All I'm saying.
Only person
I'm
I'll
not-
say that's with there is with Drake at that level as Beyonce.
Yeah, that's a completely different
I
category
get-
of
I-
music.
No, they don't. They
It's-
both make pop music.
It's
Nah,
hard to
completely
compare
different.
Beyonce to anybody, bro.
I think that's who you have to compare it to is Drake. Those are the two people that are at the top of the game in music.
I feel
At
like
least for
some
her.
Beyonce fan is gonna try to stab you when you leave here.
For saying something good about Beyonce? I said, what the fuck? I said something good.
Nigga, it's like that's the thing, bro. Beyonce fans are like, you compare Beyonce to Drake, like you can't compare Beyonce to
Drake. Bro.
But to your point about the younger generation, I don't think you can, you can't worry about that. That's never gonna
You
be in your
can't
control.
worry about it, but I just see like if Drake is really out here for the glory, not the honor mentions. Fucking, I'm just gonna use Drake bars forever. I really see him like doing it.
What if he out here for the money?
OVO Durag.
I thought I
This
saw.
nigga
I thought I saw
sponsored.
Al.
This nigga's sponsor, he ain't saying nothing.
If hey OVO sponsor me, man. I need some OVO do-rags. That'd be tight.
It would be tight.
I don't know.
Definitely.
I see that nigga doing that. If he doesn't, so be it. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm a Drake fan. I'm gonna listen to music, but it would be fucking really tight.
It'd be cool
if
for
he
the
did.
career, but I'm
Yeah.
just trying to think practically. Like,
And there's so much money.
you got
to
a
be
lot of
made.
years left after that.
Yeah, there's just so much money to be made outside of that. Oh, Virginia Black, bro, that's a fucking a resource outside of rap that we didn't like downplay or, you know what I'm saying?
Isn't that a liquor thing?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had it?
No, I never had it.
I've
Yeah.
never had it.
I forget about it a lot. I keep thinking it's Virginia Slims.
I know.
I always forget about that shit.
You sick?
I'm like finally over it. All right, there's a lot more on this docket. We've been talking about Soulja Boy and music for a minute.
Big Soldier.
Draco.
Big Draco.
Shit, man.
Hey, I heard, what about this Blueface doing a deal with Fashion Nova?
That nigga's the face for men's Fashion Nova now.
All right, I fuck
Is-
with it.
are
Get the
men
bag.
wearing
Secure the
Fashion
bag.
That's what I don't think
That's the
niggas
biggest
wear Fashion
question.
Nova like that, bro.
They just started pushing hard.
Jaden Smith did a fucking campaign for a women's thing a while ago.
For
No,
women's
no,
though.
No, for Fashion Nova.
For-
For,
for-
men, though.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. The
I think
men's
they just
line,
recently
yeah.
started pushing for more male models. and
Young
stuff.
and May,
Let me look I'm about to look this. I gotta look into this. a
Young
little bit
Young
more.
and May is signed to the men's line. I know that.
That's tight.
That's funny.
Hey, I got a random question for y'all.
yeah.
Go ahead, man.
If a
Nah,
dyke,
man, fuck that.
if a dyke gets into a fight with her girlfriend, is that domestic abuse? Is that
No,
wrong?
No. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah, for
domestic
sure.
abuse and it's wrong.
Is it
It's
the
not-
same?
No,
it's
but
not-
is it the
it's-
same way?
It's
Looked
not
at
the
as a
same
man?
as a man hitting a woman. No,
I think
Is
it
it-
was-
is it worse
on
if the
Twitter?
dyke
They were
get her
saying it
ass
was though.
no, it's not. She didn't magically grow
No, I'm just
powers.
saying, like,
like
but it's.
But what if
it's
she
supposed
lift
to-
weights like a nigga too?
But what if
okay.
we not doing this?
So what if a regular girl lifts weights like a nigga and beats the shit out of her boyfriend?
It's domestic
wrong.
violence.
Okay, but it's not looked at the same.
It's weird because like I know Cam get his ass whipped by Stephanie almost every other day. And I know she broke. You know what really bothers me, Steph? Shout out to Steph. I really see like now that I follow her on IG, bro. She works out so much. I think like Cam work out. like you gotta work out, bro.
What the fuck?
Bro, she works out She works out so much. I'm like,
First
I
off,
wanna work out with Steph.
stop watching my girl stories,
Aw.
nigga. First off, this nigga said.
Bro, she works out a lot, nigga.
Stop watching my girl's
Hey,
story.
we got 1 minute. You guys want to cut it real quick? 1 minute till the camera shut off.
We take a little
the camera
commercial
shut
break.
off?
Yeah, a little commercial break.
There's
You
no
could just punch
commercial
right
break.
back in.
No, the shit could just cut off and turn back on.
That nigga hate breaks, bro.
You can't pretend, nigga.
like
You pretend like you got waves. You can't pretend we can't take a break.
Hey, I got ways, bro.
that
Don't
nigga
ever-
combs lines in his
Hey,
head, bro.
hey,
Before we
hey,
pull
I
up.
gotta say this. All the memes that's been getting like posted to the IG story for the average American males is me, bro. I post all the memes.
Yeah, you've been doing a good job with that shit.
I like the memes. That's my little like contribution.
that should have me dying. The one.
The
No, with Chael in his
Oh,
way.
wait.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Hey.
one. The nigga singing.
For niggas that didn't see that meme, gonna be like, "What did you just say, bro?" He
Yeah, right.
said,
Oh, describe
"You
it
talking about the
That's my favorite joint, bro. Hey, we done on the time?
All right,
Did
you
it
want,
wrap
me,
up?
to stop it real quick?
We got 1 minute still.
I could pause it and you can just cut it off and cut it back on, right? All right, for sure. They won't know.
Not getting
Yeah.
paid, by the way.
I would have
but
called it. I would have been sick.
They make you.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Um,
deep.
That I watched the video and that shit was hilarious. That was the biggest troll ever.
It's a troll job.
I was
mean,
like, yo, McDonald's, and there were so many of them. He was like, grub up, guys. It's plenty.
Did he eat? Did anyone eat the McDonald's?
And he had on like
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking
Yeah?
Yeah.
like a Dumbledore, like I'm the dean of,
Yeah.
of
The
Hogwarts.
headmaster?
Yeah, like he was walking around with a red tie, just just plenty, just dig in, guys. American meal, and then fucking like, I remember someone who wasn't part of the team, like he walked over and he was like, grab one, it won't be missed, and he like walked out. I was like, yo, my nigga, what are you?
I would just be
This is
disappointed. You get
crazy.
this once in a
He could have got
lifetime.
street food catering, bro.
Yeah,
And would have been fine. You could have literally called like Chili Verde.
bro, they got spots in DC.
I get what he was-
They
Yeah.
got food in DC.
Yo, for real, he could have gave that opportunity to someone. He gave that shit to Burger
He just,
King.
you know,
I would have
got
faked
so-
like I got
Or
food
McDonald's.
poison or something.
Right.
Blame it on Trump.
I would have just been like, I'm vegan.
He just got
Problem
selfish
solved.
and wanted to use it as a.
We got
political moment.
vegetarian Big Macs. So
That nigga would not have given a fuck, bro. Like, oh, you're vegan?
If You're
Okay.
vegan. You're not American.
He would have been like,
He probably
McDonald's
like,
don't
"There's a
use.
fish over there. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
McDonald's don't use real meat anyway.
Hey, this none of this shit meat.
Yeah, you
can't
good.
eat this.
His rebuttals for everything are like, yo, what? Like,
Yeah.
how did you come up with this for this? And how are you saying it so nonchalant?
I
Like,
hate that nigga. I still can't believe you voted for him, Joe.
Shut the fuck
Is that a Make
Oh, yeah,
America
no,
Great
like-
Again
That
durag?
nigga Durag say Republican under it, bro.
A non-vote
That shit
was
is
a vote for
red
him.
though.
It's red.
It
as
is
a
red,
motherfucker.
bro.
I didn't vote. Yeah, that's facts.
A non-vote was a vote for him.
Not if you live in LA,
No,
where
Cali's
you
been
know
there,
it's solidified.
Bro, when I
That
see white
nigga-
people in red hats, I be squinting the front of that hat like, that say Make America.
Bro,
Nah.
you
say Red Sox.
said that shit early.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to bring that shit in
All
there.
right, fuck it. It is what it is.
I got other hot takes, bro.
All right, bro.
Other hot takes.
What's on the docket though, Chad?
It's a bunch of shit. And we haven't even talked about Spencer, our special guest, at all. So
Yeah, I was actually
I'm
thinking
just
about
in here
that.
vibing, talking.
I know
it
we're
all,
just talking
man.
shit. No one even
It's
knows
like-
what you do. What do you do,
Right.
Spencer?
I don't even know what I do, man.
It's like that.
I
That's
be
a
at
good life.
home. No, just kidding. I've been out here like modeling, acting and shit for like 8 years now.
8 years strong, bro.
8 years strong.
Which one do you like more, the acting or the modeling?
I like the acting probably. I don't like to say I've done too much acting because I've only done a few things. Mostly it's been commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
But the money is way better in the commercials. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's facts.
Do you? Oh, all right then. You feel like you can act? You feel like you a good actor?
Yeah,
Alright.
I do. I believe in myself. I went to acting school for like 2 years.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So really like put in some work there and then started really feeling myself. But it's a tool that you got to like stay in the gym and stay sharp with.
The acting school feel corny to you?
Not at all.
Really?
Not the one I went to at all.
I be seeing like niggas practicing and shit. I'm just like, this shit looks so goofy.
Yeah.
The improv shit.
It's-
Yeah,
that's
it
all, yeah.
just looks
Shit is-
so goofy.
We
I'm
should
like,
do that shit right now.
I'm like, it's cringe.
We could.
Like, I
Shall we
couldn't-
walk into your
He said,
I couldn't think.
My nigga struggling. Hell, nigga.
Hold on. Joe walks into your liquor store right now dressed like that. Go ahead. Go.
Follow him.
This Spencer
"You
response.
definitely look like you walk into a liquor store
store
now."
like
Yeah.
this? Yeah, for sure.
Spencer's like, nigga, is that a Make America Great Again dude?
Is there
NC, nigga.
is there a certain genre that you would say you would gravitate to?
Man, I think I would love to do like action shit. You know, be the hero or even be like a villain. You know,
Being a
I
villain
feel like
be
I
tight
can go
as
to
fuck.
the bad guy pretty easy.
Yeah.
I feel like being a villain, it's like it improves your acting chops faster.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to not be liked, and you have to be so believable that people actually hate you.
Right.
So you get the you know what I mean? Like, you get the
Yeah.
immediate response from it.
Yeah.
You know, versus like being loved and being a hero. I think it's easier to fall into like being corny.
Yeah, and you get to do
Yeah.
stuff that you might not ever do. You know,
In
every
real
day.
life? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Say
tight.
some things here or there, or just it's just fun to play around with.
A lot of times too, the villain is the most important part of the movie to me.
That's
Definitely.
true.
If it's
It
not a good
defines the hero.
villain, yeah,
Right.
I'm not gonna really like the movie.
Exactly. It's like the light and shadow. You have to have both to
Yeah.
give it.
So you're signed now, right?
Yeah, I've been signed. I
For-
moved out
Signed.
signed. Yeah.
So who are you signed to?
Wilhelmina for modeling and shit, and then HRI talent for.
That's tight, bro. It was a grind
Movies.
back when I knew you, man.
Yeah,
Back-
man.
Back in the day,
We met
bro.
at fucking Best Buy. So when I
Yeah.
had first moved out, I was still in college. I was 20. Just came out here by myself.
Yeah.
Make sure I had that little job at Best Buy with you.
Where'd you come from?
Phoenix.
Mm.
I moved out from Phoenix. Yeah.
He's white.
You stupid. I'm from. You want to talk about? I'm from Boise, Idaho.
Damn.
Yeah. So I grew up in probably 98%.
Bro, I
Yeah,
just went to
white.
Phoenix like 3 weeks ago, and they was telling me y'all got scorpions out there.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh shit.
Fuck, we had at my house when I was because I did like the last half of high school there. When we first moved there, our house had probably like 50 scorpions the first year
Oh,
we was in
damn.
because
What
it was a
the
new house,
fuck?
so they had just dug up all the shit. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just like a spider, you know.
Nah.
That ain't like a
That's what it ends up
bro.
being.
That's what they told me.
That's
I'm
what it
like
ends up
a
being.
spider.
Not quite.
No, that's what it ends up being, dude. But
I would be scared to step on a scorpion.
oh,
Nigga.
definitely, man. I walk into the room one day, just sitting on the wall. You look up like, God damn,
How big are they? Show me real fast. Like,
I got the biggest one I saw was probably.
Oh, I'm
like that.
thinking a little bit
that
bigger,
bad.
but that's
And
still
they get
big
small,
enough
too.
too.
They get real small.
The
The
small
small
ones
ones
probably
are
more dangerous.
they are
I
because they can't
almost
regulate that
moved
shit.
to Arizona, bro, when I was like,
You'd love it, dude.
if I don't think so, man. I really don't.
This nigga
think
Chuck
so.
got
Arizona's
off-road
like
car now?
it's a like 75% of LA, but it's clean. They keep everything clean there. Like
It
the
was-
roads are
it was
clean.
really
the-
clean.
LA's filthy, bro.
It's really
Too many
is.
people are.
Too many people.
Too many people to clean up after.
It's
Hey,
only good to compare to New York. Like,
Were you at Best Buy when Mac Miller came in?
Yeah, I
You-
remember when he bought those 280-inch screens. I
That-
was working at Home
I
Theater
think
that
it
day.
spent like $200,000 that day, right?
It's something crazy.
Something insane, bro.
They had just come out with the new 80-inch screens,
Yeah.
and he bought 2 of them.
Because he had, like, I found out later that he had just moved to LA and
Yeah,
had that.
that was
mansion
when he
and shit.
first was putting
Shit's
his shit
tight.
in there.
It was his birthday yesterday. That's why I bring that up.
Damn.
Fucking-
rest in peace.
Yeah,
Rest
man,
in
that was
peace.
that was definitely cool to see him.
And that nigga, it was like him and like 4 homies, and they
Mhm.
all had on like
Yeah.
beanies and
Yep.
shit. And they just smelled like straight weed.
Yep. That Best Buy was cool
That
for
nigga
the
was
celebrity
living.
aspect.
Yeah, that
A
shit
lot of
was tight.
celebrities came in there.
We had Mateus worked at that Best Buy
Right.
with us. He was like a celebrity,
Like
literally.
low key for sure.
He was on Glee, like the
Glee Project
the
or
Glee
something.
Project. It was like American Idol type shit.
Yeah.
And he came like really far. He was like a little person. He went really far on the show. And I don't know. I guess financially stuff just wasn't working out for him. But we would get all types of Brazilians and shit who come in from Brazil
Because he speaks Portuguese.
and would ask for his autograph and shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
That's
you're
tight.
Mateus. You're blah, blah,
Damn.
blah. I was like,
I know that hurt him to see him like at Best Buy and shit.
he was the most humble dude ever, though. Like,
Not him. I mean, it hurt his fans.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
maybe.
even understood, man. Like,
Oh, for real? That's tight.
I mean, a lot of them did, but a lot of the ones from Brazil were like, Mateus just helped us, you know? Like,
That's tight.
everyone at Best Buy is famous, you know? Like,
Yeah.
That's funny, bro.
But that was a grind, man. The Best Buy days.
oh,
This is off topic, but have y'all heard about that Samsung TV coming out? It's called The Wall. It's 250 inches.
Damn.
I saw an article.
Yeah, you could buy half of it, and then if you want, you could buy the other half later and
I don't
merge
put it
them.
together. Yeah,
Explain
merge them together.
That's really. That's,
Yeah.
Really?
I promise. It's called The Wall.
That's crazy.
how big is it?
250 inches.
I don't need that much TV in my life.
That's a
I need
movie
I need a
theater.
book.
That sounds tight as
Bro, I sound
fuck.
tight to me. I would like it.
I'm going to be real. That sounds tight as
You
fuck.
need a big wall, but I would like it.
Yes,
It'll fit in my room. I
a
think,
cinema
but
room or something.
My whole like across from my bed.
You trying to go half?
No.
Uh.
I already went half with y'all niggas today, bro.
Talking to your mic.
No, that's cool. I do whatever the fuck I want to do with this mic, nigga.
Pause.
Ain't no pause, nigga. This I bought all of these
Pause.
motherfuckers, bro.
Pause.
Do you remember when Miley Cyrus came in?
Nah, I don't think I was there that day.
Okay, yeah, she was over in your section and shit. too.
Really?
Yeah, she was pretty goofy.
I helped Krayshawn when she was like first popping with that Gucci shit.
Wait, so working at Best Buy, did Insecure when Lawrence worked there, did that shit like hit home to y'all more?
No,
What do you mean?
Ah.
I didn't even notice that.
Lawrence used to work at Best Buy. That was the
at
whole
that-
thing.
oh,
Yeah, like the first season.
Hey, Best Buy was a trash ass job, yo. I'm just
Everybody
like-
say that who worked at Best Buy and Target. They always say
We
that shit.
hated that
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, we of course we were
What's the
young and
worst
had
part?
to work.
Yeah, that's
Being
worst
young
part?
and have to work.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's the
Shit was
worst part.
easy.
And then you just had niggas like on your head about selling
Oh
shit.
damn!
It's
You
like,
gotta
we
do
don't
your
make
job.
commission.
You gotta do your job.
Yo,
That was the thing though. The lack of commission was what sucked probably
I
the
was
most.
like, what the hell?
You know what sucks? 'Cause I know I do this. I've gone into Best Buy and been like, just describe something, and y'all had to try to help me figure out what I needed, like a certain cord. I'd be like, it's a red cord. That shit like triangle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all probably got a lot of
just
that
trying to help
shit.
people out, man. Best,
Yeah.
to best of my abilities. I get mad when I go back into Best Buy now because sometimes, man,
Yeah,
they
Customer
don't know what the
service?
fuck they talking about. You know,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's facts.
Oh,
That's the
people be
thing.
lying,
I
bro.
get
we
terrible
did
customer
know what
service,
we were
by the
talking
way.
about.
I get terrible customer service wherever I go, man. I just
Why?
at the Starbucks this morning. I ordered a little sandwich and a drink.
Yeah.
They get my drink. I'm standing there just waiting for the sandwich. not coming out. I'm like, how long on that sandwich? The chick had forgot to even put it in the oven to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm too nice.
Yeah.
And people
Bro,
just
you
like,
gotta
yeah,
just
fuck
be
them.
pissed. They making
Niggas-
shit the right way the first
Niggas
time.
stop caring now, bro. Customer service is bad.
Customer
It
service
is.
is dead, and especially in California.
I remember
that's
one
fucked
night
up.
I went
That's
and got
fucked up to hear.
it was like Carl's Jr. or something. You know when the food's not ready, they tell you to park.
Pull into the, I hate that. Yeah, go
Bro,
ahead.
I parked and I waited like 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm not gonna rush him. I wait like 20 minutes and then I was like, I'm
20
going in.
minutes?
Bro, I waited 20 minutes. I was on the phone too. I didn't notice. So I
Mm.
walked in and they was like, oh shit, it's been right here sitting.
Wow.
I was
I was
like,
like, make me
bro.
a new one.
Of
Yeah, they made me a
course,
new one. They
yeah.
made
Yeah,
me a new
make
one.
me a
But
new one now.
I was pissed. But they was going through it that day. I saw they had like, I guess they soda machine broke, so they had like the dollar bottles of soda. They was pouring it into the cups.
Wow.
Yeah, it was rough that day. So I didn't give them too much.
I know they was putting ice to the top of that cup. Put ice all the way to the top. Man.
Somebody, like, one of the niggas in there was like, it looked like we throwing a party or something, because them niggas had nothing but bottles back there.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, I was pissed. Customer service is bad, but they get treated bad too, so.
Yeah, they definitely. And you know what's crazy? I didn't realize how bad customer service was in LA until we like left LA. Like when we was in Texas,
Yeah.
motherfuckers was
Texas or the
that
hospitality.
shit was crazy. I was like, yo, you are so nice.
Texas, they probably deal with
Everywhere.
different type of customers than what you're dealing out here, though.
Every customer has a gun.
And I feel like a lot of customers in LA
You better
feel,
be nice, nigga.
everybody in LA feel like they somebody, so everybody feels entitled out here.
Half the niggas aren't from LA. They don't. They
Those
just,
the ones.
Yeah, they just be like.
Well,
you know,
not Spencer, you cool, bro. He like,
Bro, but you know it. You know, like how many people you meet right now? Are you in a modeling agency and acting, bro? How many of those people are actually from LA?
Oh, not many. I
See?
would say 2%.
You see how crazy that is?
5% max.
Yeah.
That's the nigga that can't drive in LA, bro. That's our traffic.
Yeah, a lot. I notice a lot of bad driving comes from niggas using Waze and Google Maps and shit to get around. It's like no one knows the city.
That's
You know?
especially Cam. I said
Yeah, that's embarrassing that
that
you
nigga can't
don't
be
know where
GPS
you're
to his
going.
car.
It's just a lot of people, man. A lot of cars.
Yeah, it's a lot of cars, but a lot of it's like, oh shit, I didn't know I had to merge right.
didn't
now.
we just
So it's
GPS
like the last minute merge.
down the street to Best Buy?
The last minute
We
merge.
didn't go to Best Buy.
or wherever? What was the name of the shit?
Do you even know?
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You
What's the
don't know
name
where
of
you're
it?
going and you don't
I
know
just asked the
anything.
name of the place, and you said, "Do you even know the name of the place?" No, nigga, I just asked the name of the place.
You said no, you didn't. You said Best Buy. You didn't ask.
I said it was at Best Buy. I said, "What's the name of the place?"
Hey man, look, I'm not arguing with you with this mic.
Chayo just GPS that motherfucker over
I
there
only-
though, and we was like a block away from his house.
I'd only been there once.
So what?
And
You
I
been there? Nigga, I want to hear that.
Oh my god, chill.
It's
You-
not,
you
it's
a
not
part
where
of the
you
problem.
Been, dog.
Put it
It's
like,
where you
put it
going.
like this: I'll never have to GPS there again.
Mm.
I don't care.
It only takes one time.
I use GPS just to see what traffic route is shorter.
Okay.
That's what I basically.
Yeah,
use.
So-
it's just information.
That's
to give you
what
an
a lot of
idea
people
what
do,
I can-
Chael.
Yeah.
I know what traffic route is shorter. I know the city, bro. I know how to get
Okay.
around.
So you knew it
Yeah,
was an
shut up,
accident
nigga.
on
This
fucking
nigga.
Ventura Boulevard?
Yeah.
Nah, shut up,
Okay,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
shut
just
the
like when
fuck
you
up,
sent me
man.
that. It's just like when you sent me that address to the party. You had me go to the wrong apartment down in the jungle.
What? Oh
He
shit!
sent you to the wrong apartment in the
Yo,
jungles.
nigga, hey,
Yeah.
this
Nigga was
was-
trying to set you up, bro.
Oh my god! bro.
Hey, tell the story.
Tell
the
him what
story.
happened. Tell him what happened, because that was years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I had like just been here maybe not even a year.
Yeah.
Didn't know shit too well. You sent me an address.
This nigga set
What-
you
where
up.
was it?
This is when Illy was around. And Illy was throwing parties. It was
Like
a party in the
Baldwin Hills?
Dons. It was in the Dons.
Okay, yeah. And somehow my GPS took me to the wrong place, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I get out of the car.
Oh no!
I see, I see apartment kind of like complexes.
All the niggas look like Chael.
music coming out.
Yeah.
People stand outside. So I'm like, oh, maybe this is a party. So I get out with my homie. We start walking up towards it. Then out of nowhere, it's like, so whoop, like they start banging on us, And I was just like, oh shit. I was like, bro, just keep walking, man. We ain't going in there. That's obviously not the
It's
spot.
the wrong party.
Yeah. So I-
That's the exact opposite vibe of my parties.
Luckily, we was able just to, they didn't
Walk
fuck
back
with us.
out?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't fuck with us. We just walked through the neighborhood back around to the car. But
Damn,
it was
bro.
wild because, I was like, oh shit, we almost walked into some
That's not
bullshit.
The same nigga with a red do-rag sent you to a blood party, bro.
Man.
Yeah, that's
Hey, bro.
Hey,
You still talk to this nigga?
yeah, that's it.
This your
Yeah.
friend?
They'll really have me in some situations.
Hey,
before, bro.
Talk about New Year's. Talk about New Year's, bro, because that's crazy.
That-
This is New Year's when I was 18 or 17, 18 or some shit like that.
It's facts for sure. The
Hey,
worst.
okay.
That was the worst. Like,
I was 17. I was 17.
I thought I was gonna die that night.
Damn.
Yeah, no,
That sounds like the beginning of a documentary. I was like, I'm watching this, nigga.
This is surviving jail, nigga.
Nah, this was his bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
Did you zoom in on the do-rag when I said that?
Tell your version of the story.
Okay.
I'll tell mine.
Okay.
It's crazy.
The whole problem started when I first went to the party. I met up with a chick that we had worked with at Best Buy to go meet Chael at this party.
Yeah.
And I forgot my phone at home. And like I was like 5 minutes away from home. I'm like, it don't matter. I don't need my phone tonight. That mistake one.
Sorry, this story sucks.
Right, we get on the bus, go out to
Immediately.
wherever this party was. I don't even know why we was taking the bus. I don't think Uber was popping like
The
that.
party was
then.
in Ladera.
Nah, not yet. I don't think.
Yeah. So this girl has some ecstasy too, some like red ecstasy pills, whatever. So we ended up taking those because it's New Year's. We was gonna turn up, whatever.
All right.
I'm young and dumb, gonna do whatever the vibe is, you know.
You good, bro?
And then we get to this party. We start drinking at the party. I don't know anybody there. Like it's all black people. Like I'm not that I'm not used to being around black people, but it was all niggas that I never met. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real urban though. Real urban people. It's like an illy crowd, you know. So
It's still illy?
it's just illy. Yes.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not, that
Not
bad.
at all.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
like
like-
You was around a right black
I
crowd.
just didn't.
Yeah,
I just didn't
yeah.
know anybody. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
which is still iffy.
Weird.
You gonna have a few West LA
and
niggas in
it
there.
was packed. You know it was packed.
Plus,
Of course it was. Illy
plus,
parties
you know,
were
my
always
heart's
packed.
starting to beat a little faster. You know, off them Red
'Cause
Devils.
yeah.
Plus, we started drinking and shit too.
Which you didn't have your fluids right. You getting dehydrated.
Right, so we in there drinking. You know, next thing the party has to move inside to like a small room. Something happened, like
Yeah.
the parents, you know, made everybody. I don't know. So we end up getting in this like small room with like 25 people in there.
Well, that's hot.
It's hot. We fucking, you know, I'm starting to really trip now. 'Cause I'm like, damn, this
You
actually
popped
got
a
me
Molly,
going.
you sweating, nigga?
Yeah, I was sweating, bro. I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? I asked some random dude. I'm like, oh, bro, you mind if I like go halves on you with this blunt or whatever? Like, I figure I'll smoke a little bit of weed, calm down or something. You know. So now I hit the trifecta.
Paranoid?
I'm all bro. I'm out of my mind now, sitting here trying to like just be cool, bro. Be cool.
Yeah.
My heart was going 1,000 miles an hour, man. I slide next to Chael on the couch. I'm like, bro, I ain't got my phone tonight. Just make sure I get home because I didn't know where it was going at this point. You know,
Right.
I was like, I see death around the corner. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
I'm begging Chael to get out of there. I'm like, yo, bro, just take me home. All the
What this nigga say? Chill, bro.
yeah,
Yo,
chill. I
so-
got you. Just listen to
Bruh.
some music.
Yo,
I know he said that.
So I had no idea he's tripping at all. You know, and the girl that you're with, the girl that we know is tripping too. I had no idea. Y'all seem fairly normal.
Okay,
you
I was
know?
trying to keep it together. You
Bruh.
know what I mean?
So I'm with my girl at this time. Like I had a girl back
What?
then.
What? Hey, yo, pause the camera. dog. Hold up.
That's crazy.
So and Illy was performing at the party. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I'm like, oh, we're about to play this show. You know, we're about to do this music.
Yeah.
I'm on top of the world. You know, like chilling, and I'm
You
drinking.
had a
and-
girlfriend. You were your
and-
best you.
And I was hella young. You know what? I was 18. I had just turned 18 because it was New Year's Eve. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I didn't drive, but my girl drove, and these niggas didn't have a ride home. And I was like, oh yeah, we'll give you a ride home. Don't trip. Once we get in the car, homegirl starts expressing like how drunk she actually is.
Yeah.
And the girl that I was with at the time has like a phobia of vomit, like a legit phobia of throw up. So she's like, yo, is this girl gonna throw up in my car? Please don't fucking throw up in my car, blah, blah, blah. And it just felt like it was taking forever to get us
Well,
to
'cause
y'all's spot.
There was another girl that
Yeah, her-
was trying to
her
get dropped
cousin.
off for
We
a
had-
dick appointment.
Yeah, we
And
had-
so we were fucking circling around the block. You know, we were back here. I'm paranoid as fuck. The other homegirl talking about she about to throw up.
Yeah.
So
And then an ambulance came.
there was a fire truck, right? At this point, I'm like, I need water. I'm gonna die if I don't get water right now. Like in my head, it was dead ass certain. Like if I don't get water, I'm dead. Like that's how I was feeling. My heart's gonna fucking pop out of my chest. I'm gonna fucking be dead tonight. New Year's, they're gonna be writing stories about me back home. Like damn, Spencer was out there. You know, fucking shit, they had X in the system, all this stuff. Like thinking I was, you know, a wild boy or whatever. So she gets out to throw up. I'm like, I see this fire truck. I'm like, yo, they're gonna have water over there. They're gonna help me. Like I'm gonna be struggling, and they're going, you know.
Niggas did help you.
I lost respect for the motherfucking fire department that night, bro. I went up to them. I'm like, yo, man, like I'm not feeling good. Like, do you guys have any water? Like, please, I just need something. They're looking at me like, who's this motherfucking crackhead? Like, no. I was like, bro, like, really? He's like, do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, no, bro. Like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I just need water to survive right now. They didn't give me nothing. I run back
And
to the
they
car.
had water too, bro.
You know they had
The
water.
irony
That's,
of firefighters not having water,
bro, and that's why I was even
That's
like, bro,
crazy.
even like you like one of your personal water bottles, like I won't put my mouth on it. You know what I mean? Pause. But they wouldn't do nothing. In my mind, I'm like, fireman, I'm supposed to help motherfuckers, right?
Yeah, bro.
I was pissed. So, anyways, me doing all that crazy commotion ended up they found a water bottle in the car.
Yeah.
So I get back to the car and finally got my little water, drink that, and
Come
cool.
to find out
Bro.
that's vodka. You back fucked up.
It cooled me out until we got back to the crib.
I remember as soon as we dropped you off the house, you guys got out and both walked to separate trees and just started throwing up at the same
I've
time.
never
dog.
thrown up and felt so like that good in my life.
That shit was
It was
hilarious.
the best vomit ever.
You told me like the next day, you were like, you saved my life, bro. You saved my life. I was like, I took you home. Like, it felt so normal. Like, I was like, what the hell?
Man,
Found that bottle of water under that jacket next to
Bro.
that condom.
I was tweaking, man. Then after that, I was like, man, yeah, I'm done with the drugs.
Bro, that
Damn.
shit was hilarious.
I don't fuck with anybody else. Ever take X? You ever take X, bro?
Nah, only pill I ever did was Adderall, and then I was.
Hey, did you like that shit?
No, nigga, I was up at like 7 a.m. Like, yo, when the fuck did this shit wear off,
Man.
nigga? I
What did, you,
could,
what did you focus on?
bro. I got home maybe like 4 a.m. And then I looked up and I was like, nigga, I've been on my phone for like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I didn't even realize, you know what I'm saying? And then I called Ricky, and then he was like, you up too? And I was like, yeah, bro.
Talk to me.
And then we went out again the next night, and I did another one because
Oh
I
my
crashed.
God.
So then I did another one, and yeah, that was it though. Other than that, I mean, it just have you up. I think somebody got pistol whipped that night. It was that party in the mansion.
Oh,
I mean, at
OG
that
it was
in the
like
hills.
OG Macko shit.
Yeah,
Nah, someone got shot.
but we never heard a gunshot.
Yes, we did. I heard that shit. You don't remember? It was just one shot.
Damn.
Bro, was that the one that was right off right off the freeway? Was that like New Year's? Like
yeah,
close to New
it
Year's?
wasn't.
Something like that?
It wasn't New Year's, but it was right off the 101.
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
little
And
mansion.
like Ubers couldn't find their way up or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Yeah,
Bro, a white girl hit me. Like hit my with her car.
Mm.
And I was pissed. I forgot who I was with because I wanted to break her window.
Wait, are you not talking? Are we talking about the same shit?
I don't know, bro. It's so many parties, my nigga. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
I don't go to all of them. Like, it's very rare.
I don't think you was at that one.
Cool. I'm just
don't
going
think
with
it
what
was
you
that
said. I never know where I'm at, man.
Hey, did you guys post pictures for the little 10-year challenge shit?
Nah, bro.
Nah.
But I
I
found a picture
did.
of myself, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I was beautiful. I was a delicate flower, bro. I looked gorgeous.
10 years ago.
10 years. Like, today, I'm like you know how you glowed up? I like, what's the reverse of glow? like, how do you say that?
You glowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, what's the, like, fuck the down. Like, what's the reverse of glow? Like, what are you doing when you're not glowing?
Your lights is
Just
dim.
not glowing?
Your lights
Yeah, I
is
was
dimming,
dim.
bro.
I was dim,
You
nigga.
dull.
I was
You on the
dull,
evening
yeah.
setting, bro.
Like, my light went out. Nigga. Like, my aura fucking just expired. Nigga. I was like, fuck.
It just depends on how old you are with that challenge. You know what I mean?
I was like 17, bro.
No, I'm saying like our age group is cool. Like, cause it's just like,
Oh yeah.
you know, you don't want to be doing, you don't want to be doing the 10-year
Freeman,
challenge.
you the same nigga,
Right.
Like,
You don't want to be doing the challenge 35 to 45 because that's when it probably hits you.
bro, they did Pharrell, and it's like he didn't even age. It was the same nigga. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he has
crazy.
good genes for sure.
Yeah, right, nigga's crazy.
Should we get in? Not pause. Get into you, the Netflix show.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that shitty ass show, bro. I hate that fucking show.
First of all, Chael hates everything.
no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Sex Education is a great show on Netflix. If you guys haven't started watching that yet, watch that. Friends from College is amazing. I just finished second season. Definitely watch that. That's
Chill has
probably
a deal with
funniest shit ever.
Netflix right now.
Chael hates all the popular shit. Niggas love
Nigga,
Bird Box.
Friends from
hated it.
Nigga, that
Friends from
movie was
College is not
horrible.
popular.
Friends from College is definitely
I
popular.
ain't never seen that shit trending on Twitter, bro. I ain't
Oh
never
my
seen
God.
nobody talk about it on Twitter besides you.
Because y'all only like shit that has like some weird like ability to be a trending topic.
What's wrong with you?
Okay, so the show is for dumb people. How about that? All right, if you like that
It's based
show,
off a book.
you're not smart. And the reason so is the show explains everything that's happening as it's happening. He's telling you everything that it doesn't leave any time for you to figure anything out on your own. The whole fucking show is like, I think she's on her phone because of this reason, exactly this reason. Yep, I knew it. And then she walked into the
Wait,
bathroom
he's narrating,
because she
asking
had
the questions,
to,
and
nigga,
answering the questions
He's
at the same
exaggerating. It's
time?
not that. It's not that bad. It's not that
bro,
bad. It's
bro,
not that
it's
bad.
like, first of all, why are her blinds
Have you
always
seen
open?
it, bro?
Why are her
haven't
blinds?
seen it.
Why are her blinds always open?
'Cause
on
she's
the,
white.
On the first
White
floor
people
in-
always
in,
have-
in New York City.
Why do people never lock their door
no.
on TV shows? I've never
Nigga,
seen somebody walk
nigga,
in the house and lock the door.
Nigga, in New York City, you're not leaving your blinds open. You live on the
my
first
God,
floor.
there's so many things you could do like that. Like when people find parking in New York, who finds parking in New York City like that, driving that many places that quick?
Bro,
It's-
her blinds are open all the time. I don't even think she has a curtain on that window.
How many TV shows and movies have we seen somebody looking out somebody's house and could look directly into the blinds into their room?
It's ridiculous.
So you hate every movie that they could do
in New
that?
York. No, sometimes it's realistic. Sometimes it's in like fucking Malibu or something.
All right,
this shit is in New York, bro. And then he's talking the whole time. There's like never,
It's based off a book, so
there's
they're
never a quiet moment. Like ever. There's never like, oh shit, I seen him do something, and they try to, like for shock value later.
so you
know?
dislike it because he narrates the
It's
show pretty much.
dumb. It's like, yo, let me figure something out on my own. Like, why are you explaining everything? It's for people to be like, oh, yeah, well, really what happened is this. And it's like, yeah, you know that because he told you verbatim those things.
I think
Yeah,
Chael
it's
just
trash.
hates the popular thing, bro.
Watch
No,
AMF. Watch the episode.
Yeah, I don't want to already. You like the way you're describing it. I'm like, I don't like that.
Get your
And it's
own
funny
opinion,
'cause
bro.
He's a,
Get your
he's
own
a,
hold on,
opinion.
hold on,
he's
let
a
me say
stalker,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stalker.
Okay.
He's a stalker.
Yeah, he's a stalker.
That's one of the reasons I don't want to watch it, because, like, what the fuck? That's weird shit.
And the girl he's stalking is mad regular.
What's good about the show and what I like? Did you get to the part where I told you where the white nigga was like, you talk about Beth, nigga? I don't even like Beth like that. But the thing I like about it is because, like you said, he's a stalker. But while you're watching it, you start to justify some of the things that he's doing. You're like, oh, okay.
Because he's telling you why he's doing it. From
yeah,
his
but
perspective.
it's tricking you to think that it's okay. That's not okay. Stalking is never okay. Nothing he does is okay. That's why I think it's dope
You
about
started
the
to
show.
agree with him a little bit.
You're like, yeah,
I
that's
think
cool.
that
He
might be
taking
the-
people out of her like
Bro,
that shouldn't be there.
And
He's like,
all this to bag a girl that he bags in the first episode. It was like, well, you don't have to stalk her no more. You bagged her. Like what?
Wait,
what? More?
is she fucking with him in the show?
Yeah.
yeah.
So he doesn't have to stalk
He
her
doesn't
at all.
have to do
continue
any
stalking.
of
So
that.
this is stupid all the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
nigga. In the first episode, she fucks a guy. She doesn't come. The guy leaves, and she decides to fucking hump a pillow in order to get off. And I was like,
All right.
bitch, you ain't got a vibrator.
Yeah, that's weird. As an adult woman,
You know what I'm saying? A pillow. You're 13. Like, what's going on? That was like, all right, this is stupid. And the
This
fact
nigga's
that
just hard on everything.
And then
bro.
the fact that he's talking through her, humping a pillow, giving his. I'm like, yeah, I can't.
She humped this pillow.
I can't do
and
it,
I
bro.
imagine
the
it
nigga's
was me.
infatuated with her, and he's super in love with her, and that's why he's stalking her and shit, bro.
And the ability, like his stalking abilities, might as well be superpowers, my nigga.
It's
Like,
a little unrealistic,
Bro.
but most TV is,
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, all right.
As the nigga walks in her house, the nigga that she's fucking with, he's like, "Who's this guy?" Goes on her Instagram, finds the guy, finds out everything that he fucking does, and wants to be in
Real life shit.
In bro,
That
literally
happens today, usually
2
from women
seconds.
though.
He was like, "Oh, huh." All in the amount of time that it took for that guy to get from like the door to the bed. It was like, all right, bro, for sure. You fully like full Wikipedia this nigga.
Can you talk about music on the podcast?
Yeah.
Aren't you the same person that likes Lil Yachty but hates J. Cole?
I don't hate J. Cole at all, but that nigga's not my favorite rapper at all.
Lil Yachty makes better music than J. Cole?
Lil
You don't like
Yachty,
Lil Yachty, bro?
Lil Yachty makes better.
He's okay, but I'm never gonna say that he makes better music than J.
Nah,
Cole.
I don't want to. He definitely doesn't make better music than J. Cole. He has a couple hits. He didn't have the path that I thought he was gonna have, bro.
Right.
His
J. Cole or
trajectory.
Lil Yachty?
Lil Yachty. J. Cole just needs to loosen up.
I thought Lil Yachty was gonna be a little bit bigger.
That's
than
what I'm
he is
saying.
right now.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't traject the way I thought he was going to.
You know who fucked up for me completely? Wale.
Nigga, you want to know who fucked up completely? Fucking Fetty Wap. What the fuck
He got
happened?
too many baby mamas.
He
What
had-
happened with Wale? When he joined MMG, the beats he started rapping on just wasn't him. He got out of his like love pocket and shit and started
That's the
rapping
thing,
with
bro.
Meek Mill and shit. That
But
shit
this is
wasn't
the
the
thing.
same.
When I first heard Wale, he didn't have a deal, and he didn't rap on any. It had no love songs, bro. I was like, and this was like when Kanye was like took like a little absence, and I'm like, yo, this nigga's gonna be the next Kanye, like crazy.
What?
And
I
then-
never thought
Yeah, I
that.
never
I was,
thought
but I was listening to Wale mixtape shit, like old shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he must have started doing all that Lotus Flower Bomb shit. I was like, oh, get this nigga off everything.
That nigga was cool to me. I remember
Bro,
it was
I'm
when
trying to hear this nigga make ballots and shit, I was pissed. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
To finish up, you should check it out for yourself. But Wale,
Hey, watch the first episode.
I'ma
I'll
watch
give,
it.
I'll give you that.
you
the first
can't
episode.
watch the first episode to judge a show.
Have
At
you
least
seen
give
it?
it like 2
I
or
haven't
3.
seen it, but I've heard several
You're-
conversations
you have
about
a,
it.
You have a girl, right?
Yeah.
She watch it?
No,
No.
no.
What are you guys watching?
We
This
ain't
Is
watching
Us?
nothing
Tell them
right
about
now.
This Is
She
Us,
watched
bro.
This Is Us.
This Is Us is
yeah.
a great show.
That's our favorite show for sure.
Shit's amazing.
It's a good show, man.
I don't like to be sad all the time. I don't like.
It's not always sad, bro.
It
Oh,
gives
This
you
Is
the
Us?
it gives you the ups and
Yeah.
downs, you know.
It's life.
But it's definitely going. You know, if you sensitive, you gonna be crying probably.
Bro, Cho, would you say? Fuck it. Let me say this different. Who would you say is the most sensitive nigga in this room?
It was Cam.
No, never mind.
Oh, is it you? Is
I
that
thought,
what
I
I
thought
was?
you were gonna say it was me.
Oh, okay.
But
no.
never mind then.
Cam's
All right.
always
We
talking to
gonna
me
move on.
like, I was crying. I was crying.
I like good TV shows, bro.
Stephanie went out last night. I was home alone. I was crying.
Oh my gosh, this nigga Chad, we're out of
Why
lettuce. I
do
was crying. I can't find my durag. I'm crying.
I read out of lettuce.
How long you been with your girl, bro?
Man, we've been together for like almost 5 years.
Oh God, what
Congrats,
the fuck?
bro.
Yeah.
Damn,
It's crazy too, but congrats.
You like it? You like being in a relationship?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's been like grounding for sure.
He can't say he don't like it either. Like, you try to set him up, bro. You like
no,
it?
I do like it though. I
Alright,
do.
for
Yeah,
sure.
we've lived together for. We just moved into our second spot.
It's tight.
Yeah, almost 3 years.
You was wilding back in the day, man.
This nigga try to snitch on you, bro.
Right after you
Was
beat
I?
me, bro, nigga.
That's fine. What you mean?
You
No,
was wilding, bro.
I
He
had
was
just-
like, yeah, like 2 years ago.
stupid.
But like, damn, D Russell, nigga.
Yeah.
It's like that.
D'Angelo. No, yeah, man. I had just first moved out here. Was a young buck, man. Had to fucking get something.
I feel you, bro.
You locked her in and locked her down.
Oh no, I was talking about way
Oh,
back
just
in the
with
day,
that,
like when
yeah,
I first
yeah.
moved, like was working at him with him.
I remember I was so mad, bro. This nigga let me go on and on about this bitch we was working with that I wanted to smash. I was like, yo,
You smashed her already or something?
nigga, exactly, bro. I was so
Did
hot
you smash before or after though?
before.
Oh, you should have told him, bro.
That's what I said. I was like, yo,
He probably didn't
I
want
know
to
you
cut
was
him
just
off.
like hyping. Oh, you would always say she's so fine.
I was like, yo, this
Well,
bitch
listen,
is bad.
listen,
I'm about to pipe. Like, I'm about to pipe. This bitch is bad.
Listen.
And I'd be over there, like, flirting with her and shit, like, trying to make it happen. I was substantially younger than this girl, too. Like,
Did you fuck? Did you fuck though? Not
Oh,
you, bro. Did you fuck?
No, I never fucked. I was 17, 18, and she was, like, 25 or some shit like that. She was just, like, entertaining it, but I couldn't.
But she
fuck.
probably would have gave you some pussy. Bro.
And she was, like, Tyga's ex. Just
Bro, when I was like,
randomly.
13, 14, was this girl I worked with that was like 26,
Mhm.
and I used to always flirt with her. She used to flirt back. People was like, "Don't fuck with her. She a hoe, whatever." And then like one day, I actually got her alone in like the little women's bathroom, and we just started making out. And I
That's
was just
some
like, I could've
reverse
fucked
R.
this
Kelly
bitch.
shit, bro.
Yeah,
You were
that's-
13,
that's
she was
crazy.
Yeah,
26.
Wow.
Damn, you okay?
bro. You ever see my pictures as a kid, bro?
Nah.
Nigga look
Yeah.
40 or what?
Wait, where were you working at 13 and the 26-year-old
Hold
was
on,
working
hold
at
on, hold on. We got child labor laws involved. Motherfucking statutory rape.
Fucking barbecue restaurant.
Picking up tables and shit or what?
Nah, nigga, I was like behind the register, bro.
Oh shit.
This
Yeah,
nigga
bro.
said, where is you working at 13?
Shout out my nigga Andy Fresco. My nigga Andy Fresco, who does not listen to this podcast at all. But he the one who got me the job, bro. He was always like, me and him always worked, and we just always worked together. We like when I used to go door to door, I used to sell vacuums door to door, my nigga. I was working since I was a kid, bro. Fuck this work shit. I'm trying to get rich now.
Right.
What do you guys think about you guys familiar? I think his name's Jeff Bezos, the Amazon CEO. Getting caught
Every fucking episode,
every person we talk about now.
he got caught up with his homie's like wife cheating.
It's his homie's wife?
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that little
His
detail.
homie
I
wife.
didn't- that's a fucking big twist.
I was listening to Joe Budden podcast and they said the homie was stupid for snitching. He should have like extorted Jeff Bezos. They probably got way more money, you know, because he
I
was
doubt
the
it.
one. He was the one, or at least ordered a whole bunch of shit on Amazon Prime
I'm
first.
gonna be real. If you're homies with Jeff Bezos, you probably are already filthy.
Could have been filthier though.
filthier.
I guess.
But yeah, how do y'all feel about
Yo, what's up?
his wife
Talking to the
getting
mic.
half
Nah,
of his
nah,
money?
That just brought up something that we talked about that I want to talk about on the podcast. But fuck it, let's finish this, Jeff.
His wife, after she wins the case and
Yeah.
everything, she's gonna be the richest woman in America. I
Is she
believe.
gonna get half? Is that what's
She's getting
gonna
half,
happen?
yeah.
I think she's getting like 75 billion. They
Man,
said.
I really don't see how this shit adds up, man. I don't understand the court system at all.
I mean, if they've been together since, well, yeah, it just depends on the states too. But if they've been together since before he made all that money, then yeah, she's
Even if he just started the business, like if he's just started the business and then they got together, she for sure helped him build that business. If she didn't even just help him build that business, she just was there. She was his backbone.
I think you just have a better case if you built it before
Yeah,
they
of
came.
course.
But yeah.
Well, women don't need a better case, bro. It's divorce, nigga.
No, I'm
I
saying it's a
he
better case
cheated.
for the
That's my
man to
case.
say, yeah, but like she wasn't there for this, you know.
Think about what it says about his character too. Like,
Bro, I would
you
go,
cheated on me and you did it with your best friend's wife. You fucked up. 100%.
I think I would go.
He's
to
a
like,
regular guy, huh?
I
Turns out.
I would go to like Switzerland and find a hitman and come back.
That's where you would choose your hitman from Switzerland, nigga.
Out
We're
of
going to
town-
Russia.
Out
Like,
of
what
town
do you mean?
shooters, nigga. Yeah, like
This
fucking
is the weirdest
literally.
place. I'm going to the happiest place
I don't
on
know.
earth and find a murderer.
I
Like,
think Swiss, you can't like arrest somebody for crimes committed in the U.S. if they're now in Switzerland. They don't have like what is it called?
Extradition. They don't
Extradition
extradite.
laws. Yeah,
it's tight.
that's why I picked Switzerland. Nigga.
All right,
Swiss
that's-
banking, all that
Sound
shit.
like you
Right,
put-
this my last
Sound like you put
podcast,
thought
bro.
into this,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm out here.
I think you got some facts for it.
I just thought of Swiss banking. I was
Ah.
like, where would I grab a shooter from? And I was like, all right, yeah.
I saw somebody tweet this. Do you guys think the court system is designed for women?
It's not designed for women, but it's designed to fuck people up. It's designed
Yeah.
to take as much money possible from the person who has it and give it to everyone else, like the lawyers.
The
and
court
stuff.
system is
It's not even-
designed to
Talking about
benefit
for
businesses,
divorce?
bro.
You talking about for divorce?
Yeah, for divorce, for child support, for all that. It's like to take the rich nigga and bleed them and make sure that the lawyers get paid.
That's what it really boils down to.
The
That
lawyers.
lawyer,
Yeah,
lawyer.
it's not even about the client. You know, like they're gonna get the bag, but
Yo, Diamond,
it's really
Diamond
about
got
the lawyers.
Like 20 racks, and the lawyer took half.
Damn.
half.
Yes.
How is that even a thing, bro?
It happened.
She had no money to pay the lawyer. I'm assuming.
Of
then.
course.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was an
yeah,
accident or
upfront.
something?
Yeah,
Settlement?
car accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But you signed that paperwork before you even get it started, so she knew,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh God, half.
She probably didn't know though.
I
guess- I mean,
That's-
when
that's-
they-
that's literally
When they
more than
start
tax.
saying, "Oh yeah, well, if it goes here, we'll take 30%. If we go
Yeah,
this
if
step,
it-
then it will
okay,
take
yeah.
40%. If it gets to this point, and then we settle, we'll get 50%."
It was some foul shit because like they didn't have insurance. You had to see how the accident went down, bro. The person who was driving that obviously
Talking
hit
to
her,
your mic.
the person who hit her was dipped, and then a girl who wasn't driving was like, I was driving. Then it snowballed. The bitch didn't have insurance. It went the whole way.
Golly,
Fuck all of them.
hey, she got something out of it though.
She got something out of it, bro. That's all that matters.
You guys want to talk about Family Guy not using any gay jokes anymore?
Before we do that, because we're not gonna forget that. Chell, what did you want to talk about a second ago?
Oh, bro, this nigga said, because I was like, yeah, Jeff Bezos' homie was probably already filthy, and you were like, could have been filthier. Me and AMF were talking on the phone the other day for a long ass time. What the fuck was that?
That was you moving
That
the
was
mic.
you, my nigga.
Oh,
You need to oil that shit, bro. Look what
That's
you doing.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
WD-40.
I ain't never seen a nigga move something and say, "What the fuck was that?"
This nigga heard a crypto bid.
Nigga, I was like, what?
What spirit is in here? This shit is strange. Y'all cold? I'm cold.
We were talking about how, like, the American dream is just like a complete setup and to keep people mad complacent and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I remember
And
that
just
conversation.
how humans, like, really, like, what the purpose of life is. You know what I'm saying? And none of us are living what the purpose of life really is. Because
But well, specifically, I said that we don't know what it means to be human.
yeah, like we've lost that.
Yeah,
as
100%.
as a human race, you know.
Wait,
And the
In what regard though? Like when you say that,
So our focus now, because of we've evolved so much, it's now about like building an empire and having money and making your life more comfortable for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I want a TV, I want a car to get me from point A to point B. I want, you know, like a certain modernist to my home. Like
so-
it's all like basically we
Saying
live
we're too focused
trying
on
to
money.
upgrade.
we live for material objects now. When before, I'm talking about
But
like
you-
hunter gathering times, you really only lived to survive and raise your family, and all you did was hunt, spend time with your family, and the whole village was one community, like one big family. You know, as soon as trading and bartering came into place, greed
Hold on, hey, bro.
kind of just
Chill,
warped.
chill for a second, because I can tell you want to respond, and I just know this nigga's not about to stop.
No,
So,
no.
I
It's
want to hear
good.
what you about to say.
No, I just.
Talk to you
I
about it.
think that human nature stuff. I think we were doing the same thing back then.
As hunter gatherers,
Yeah, I guarantee you they were trying to find better weapons. They were trying to upgrade
Of
their
course.
weapons. They're trying to make better houses.
That nigga
It's
cave
all
bigger
about
than
the
mine.
same basic human like instincts are still present. Like,
yeah.
when you talk about getting a bigger
See, bro,
house or making
that's
life
not-
easier for you.
That's not even what I'm trying to say. Like, if you think about it, right? Even like, all right, we bought new mics today, right?
Mhm.
This doesn't change me as a human or enhance me as a human being. You know what I mean? It enhances the podcast. The podcast itself,
But that's your creation as a human being.
not the microphone. Like, not
But
the
the
quality of
podcast
the
is.
microphone. But the podcast, even the podcast itself isn't as important as the social aspect of the podcast. And the social aspect of the podcast has more to do with being human than the actual equipment that's involved. You know what I mean? And if you think about like our lives and what we attach to our lives, even our goals don't have like, all right, for instance, you being a model or you being an actor, like, you getting a big contract is gonna be better for you. Like, it's gonna be better for your life, but it will not enhance you as a human being.
Right.
But like you working out will. You see what I'm saying?
because it's physically
Not because
changing you.
not because it's physical, but because it has multiple things that will specifically enhance you, not your environment. You know what I mean? So in this sense, right? People meditate.
Talking to the mic.
My bad, bro. My bad, nigga. My dad chills.
You making valid points, and it's just
And
not
it's not
registering.
picking up. It's not just. I'll go over it, but don't even trip. But what I'm saying is, like, all right, when you meditate, right,
Mm-hmm.
or you meditate, pray, or whatever, it's
Mhm.
it's a certain amount of spiritual growth that'll come along with it, right?
Mhm.
In almost every aspect of life for a human being is about growth, right? But if you look at like which way we're growing right now, how much of it can you say has taught you about being a human being? You know what I'm saying? I know it's weird, bro. I know it's kind of like unconventional.
Like,
Yeah.
All right, what do you think the purpose of life for humans is? Like, do you?
I
feel
think
like-
I think in general we're a species just trying to do what species do, and that's survive and procreate.
you
Like, I think our DNA is what really
Even
is,
those
like,
two
driving
things.
us.
you don't ever get the feeling like we're just never happy or never complacent.
I think
Where as opposed to like other species
I think that's-
seem to be fine.
I think that's by design. We're never happy and never complacent. That's how we adapt and always are engineering and coming up with new things.
You don't think it's our downfall though?
It could be, but it's also what's led us to be
This,
on this planet.
but this
And
is
you
just so
and to your
corrupt.
and to your example about do other species do that? There are other species that do that. There's when lions are born and the males go out, they're trying to find a new territory. They're trying to find new chicks to take over. They kill all the other babies. Like, they're out there hustling and killing to survive for their stuff.
Yeah.
They're not just complacent, like, oh, the jungle is working fine, like we don't need to do anything. Like, it's wild out there for them. So I don't think that other species are complacent.
Yeah, Scar wasn't complacent. That nigga wanted more. He wasn't, bro. That nigga wasn't
This nigga
complacent at
Chill
all.
could take
It's
a
because
Harvard
it's
conversation and turn that shit into like
Can, bro.
turn
Can.
that shit into like
It's
a
basic
Crayola drawing.
instinct to survive
think
and
this was a
procreate,
Harvard
man, and
conversation?
get yours on.
It was an intelligent conversation, bro.
This nigga Cam wasn't having no parts of it.
What's y'all beef? Y'all niggas got beef with me today, boy. That's pretty crazy. Y'all want to talk? All right then. Nigga.
I've never heard Cam partake in a conversation with facts and emotion. It's all
I've never. That nigga said 6 words and it took him like 6 minutes to say that shit, bro. Hurry up, nigga, get it out, bro.
This nigga called you Adrian Broder.
Damn.
Fuck you.
I think our human downfall will be with technology.
You think
We're-
so?
The robots
I
are
don't
going
even
to
think
get
it's a
us.
bad thing. I necessarily. I think it's just going to be evolution that we're going to start going bionic, and then eventually we're just not even going to have these bodies, and it's going to be a whole new species.
That's the problem too, bro. It's like I think it's what people view as upgrades.
I just feel like people waking up every day and going to their job and collecting a check, they're not living correctly.
We talked.
Not-
me and
not-
Chell talked about that
not
too.
not that that's a horrible way of life. I get that that's how society is like set up
Mhm.
right now, but deep like rooted, inside of me when I do that, when I go to work
You're
for
doing
someone
less
else,
human things. I see what you're saying.
I'm like,
yeah.
what's the purpose of life if all I'm doing is going somewhere, working, collecting a check?
That's a
and
tough
then-
thing,
and
man.
And I can die at any moment.
Mhm.
You know
And
what I'm
the
saying?
reward system.
Like,
is
I mean,
flawed.
even-
like if I died tomorrow, based on nothing work related would define me as a human being. The
Facts.
only things that would define me are the relationships that I was able to build and connect with people, the way people will remember me. There's not a single thing job related that would be like, that's how we're gonna remember Cheo for forever.
Mhm.
And I can't like
the nigga who want to barely be here.
none of y'all at all. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was, God forbid, someone was to pass away, am I gonna be like, oh, he was the best fucking Best Buy employee of all time?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, nah, he was a dope person due to these reasons that have absolutely nothing to do.
So you
with
have a problem with people spending a lot of time in their life basically doing something that has
it's like,
almost no effect on their life other than it
The-
gives them the means to be able to provide shelter and
Exactly.
education to
It's-
their
But I
kids.
mean,
Basically-
humans in the past was even doing that. You still had to go out and hunt for food for your family. And
That's
bring
what
it
I'm
back.
saying. I don't
Yeah.
think the instincts have changed. I don't think the basic
Yeah.
game has changed.
It's just
I
what we
really
do.
don't. I
Yeah.
really don't.
I mean, going out and hunting strictly for survival is a lot different than right now. Everyone's doing this like, all right, I gotta save for retirement, right? Like that's the big thing. My 401k needs to be popping. My
It's
this
fucking
needs to
ridiculous.
be that. My blah blah blah. But it's like you have no idea if that's gonna be available to you once you retire. Like there's a lot of situations where it's not. You falsely
No,
believe
it's available. It's just not what you. It's not adequate. Like, it's
Bro,
like-
there's I forgot
Right.
the name of the company. There's a big company right now that just went under.
And they weren't able to.
Filed bankruptcy.
They weren't able to
Nope.
cover their 401ks.
But all the big execs in the company.
Oh yeah, they always
got
get their
their
money.
bonuses.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like, yo, all these people putting their 401ks. That's you're banking on that.
Definitely.
Gone.
Yeah.
And they did not win. That company's bankrupt. They have no money technically.
Mhm.
So it's like that alone. I mean, I know that's case by case.
Right.
scenario,
That's an anomaly.
But it's like that alone. I'm so paranoid as a person. I'm like,
Well,
I don't know.
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna bring it back to this human part because there's other points that like I want to bring up.
Yeah.
And it might not help. It would help if y'all knew who these people were. Y'all might not know who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Wim Hof is?
No.
You know Wim Hof?
Mm-mm.
Cam?
Yeah, I do.
I just want to keep you included, bro. You do know who Wim Hof is?
Yeah.
Look at my nigga Cam, bro.
That nigga lying to you right
Nah,
now.
I
you
know.
not.
I
Go
know
ahead, Cam.
exactly
Who's
who it
Wim Hof?
Mr. Hoff, go ahead, bro.
Fuck, Cam.
I fucking knew it, bro.
Hey, bro. It's like it's David Hasselhoff. Bro, I have faith in you, my nigga. Anyway,
crazy.
this nigga Wim Hof, bro, is a guy who, he basically destroyed science.
Science. Yeah.
How do you destroy science? I got to hear that.
I'm gonna explain it. Of course, destroy science is me saying it.
Okay,
He
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
destroy science. He basically enhanced it. But
Uh-huh.
I say destroy because of what he did. He did things that defied science. Of course, they said, well, he's special. Only he can do this. It must be something to do with his genetics.
And what was he doing?
Oh, you're talking about the nigga who could withstand cold a lot.
Exactly.
All right, yeah.
All right. So he basically he
He
can
could
be.
keep himself warm.
I guess you could say that,
Yeah.
but it's deeper than that. Like the shit that he was able to do, like climb mountains in shorts.
Is this
No-
the dude that would
Yeah,
like
yo.
he would run barefoot in
Nigga,
like Siberia or
he-
somewhere?
yeah, shit like that.
He
Okay.
climbed.
that.
He climbed Mount
Everest,
Everest,
right?
like in shorts or some
In
shit.
sh-
Like
in
no,
like
no
swim
shirt.
trunks, nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's crazy.
He
Nigga,
swam like in the Arctic for like a meter, like his eyes froze
Right.
underwater and shit like that, right? But the shit that he's doing is like shit that he's like, bro, anybody could do this, and they're like, no, it's you. It's
It
something
shouldn't
with
be.
you.
Yeah.
He starts training people. It's crazy. He also has a twin brother, right? But I'm gonna leave his twin brother out of this for right now. He starts training people. They inject him with like a poison. Said nobody else can do. He like rejects the poison just with his own body.
Wow.
Says nobody can do this. So he trains people, and then there's people he doesn't train. They inject them. They start vomiting, freaking out. The people that he trained, all of them do the exact. They replicate it exactly, right? Then he has a twin brother. They put his brother under the test, so they're basically identical, 100%. Like his identical twin. It's not like a fraternal twin.
Yeah.
They test him, same shit, right? He can't do the test. He's failing at everything. His brother trains him for a second. He does the shit, does everything like his brother. Not as good though. Of course, he just did it, but still does it. This is a person who you're like, okay, everything he's doing is enhancing him as a human being, right? Think about the shit that bothers, like that's like our ailments in life, us getting sick, us like our survival. He's not only is he doing this shit, but he's proving that not only he can do it, any human being can do this shit.
Right. That's very interesting.
That our lives aren't like that. There's nothing that I'm doing in my life that I can say it's like that and I'm better because of that. My job is trash.
Mm-hmm.
I learned something, and learning is important. But most people's jobs, like if you know how to cook a burger, it makes no difference. Like you don't have to. You can never eat a burger again in your life. You'll be absolutely fine. I can learn what this nigga's doing, bro, and it will be. I can never be sick again.
Right. It's a totally different game.
It's just different. So it's like, what are we doing that's innovative as far as being human beings? It's not a technological advance. It's a human advancement.
So you just like a lot of people not living up to their potential or trying to reach their potential because they're stuck at
I'm not even
somewhere.
going to say that, but that's the thing. I'm not even going to blame it directly on people versus it being like, bro, our lives keep us in these loops that take us out of what's supposed to be important. We might have all stumbled upon this shit just being detached from the things that people keep telling you is important that are not that important. It's important for survival, but it's important for survival in this environment.
Right.
In this environment, everything's made up. Like almost everything is like not necessary.
The environment could be different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely not necessary. Nothing.
I agree
Nothing
with- yeah.
is a necessity.
I mean, we've been experimenting. This whole human thing,
Yeah,
experience is an
it's
experiment
it's
in
all an
trying to figure out what
experiment.
government works. Who wins this war, and then it's
It's definitely flawed.
of course. That's what I'm saying. Like we're in the middle of. It's not like we have a perfect system right now. We're just working on what we think is
What's
the
crazy
best.
is
Is capitalism.
I also don't see a perfect system ever. Like I don't see how ever we'll
It's
be
just-
like
it's too many
we'll
different
be like,
personalities
oh,
and opinions.
got it.
Not with
Cool.
human beings.
Yeah,
no chance.
it's not even.
We're
gonna
still,
happen.
to me, I think we're still barely one step out of the jungle.
Yeah.
Technology is
100%.
moving fast, but we're still very, very, very primitive.
You ever hear the theory about like we're actually like fuck the theory. You ever see Planet of the Apes, the OG one? The real
Yeah.
old one? Like the one from the 80s or something?
The one where the apes are all cool and then a human pops up out of nowhere and they're
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck
and
is this?"
it's the old one, like the real old one.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck, I'm about to just say some spoiler shit, but it's
Nigga,
the
it's
old ass
so
Planet of
old,
the Apes.
yeah.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, so basically at the end he ends up realizing that he thought that he went to a different planet because he was
Yeah.
an astronaut or some shit.
Yeah.
But he actually ended up just time traveling, and he thought like, and it ended up being that he was in the future,
Yeah.
and so civilization just changed.
Yeah.
They were.
I
I remember because the apes were freaked out that he knew how to speak English. They were like, "What are you?"
Yeah.
You know, and he was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about?" And only a couple apes knew the truth of like what the past was,
Yeah.
and they showed him like. It was basically like all like I want to say it was the Statue of Liberty or something.
Yeah,
It
he
was, like,
ended up stumbling
sunk-
upon it.
It was like sunken underground, like buried under sand dunes and stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's just humans didn't exist. That shit was crazy.
but it was just a part of the future.
Right.
It was a reason why I brought this shit up, bro.
That's
I
what-
completely
yeah.
forgot. Completely. It happens all the time. It has something to do with that fucking that a theory that fucking like human civilization is recovering. Like the whole caveman era and shit and all of that was really like before that there was advanced, like Atlantis, shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so those civilizations fell, and then we're recovering, and now we're getting back to like this technology and shit, whatever. But all of this shit is actually really like shit that we're like coming upon now that we
It's
were way
ancient
further
information,
advanced than
yeah.
we are right now.
Yeah.
But we lost all of that information.
It could be possible.
I don't know. It's
I
just
mean,
something I heard.
the Earth is, they say 4.5.
It's flat.
They say it's 4.5 billion years old.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's a long time.
I
And
be
the-
feeling like we're not from this planet.
The
dog.
universe itself, as far as our telescopes can look back and we can do the light
Yeah.
years or whatever, it's like 19 billion years old.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So there's so much that has gone on before even we got to this point. You
Of
know what I
course.
mean? To me, like that's why I've always believed in quote unquote aliens.
Yeah.
There's life out there. There's tons of life out there just
I'm
based
sure.
on purely, mathematics, like the numbers and of how many fucking galaxies there are and suns there are in those galaxies and
Yeah.
planets and shit. And the amount of time that's gone on.
Yeah.
So that's why I look at humans like we're super primitive.
Probably
in my
even
mind.
even now.
Like if there's been we've been here 4.5. What about a civilization that's been here 10 billion years? Like they've had time.
Yeah,
You know
like,
what I mean?
It's like you think there's really just 10 billion years of nothing,
Bro,
like
come-
absolutely nothing.
It just
happening.
don't work
It's
like
Well,
that.
people
Doesn't
are so
quite
dumb
add
that,
up.
yeah, someone believes that.
It's what it is. Is we're really self-centered.
Of
So-
course. Well,
so
that's-
we're just like, everything. If I'm not affected by it and I can't physically see it or be it, like I can't even imagine.
That's why we're so primitive
me.
and live in the society that we do,
Yeah.
because we're not that advanced. But
Everything's-
we like to think we are.
Yeah.
You know
what
what
is-
I mean?
what could be the next? It could be technology. It doesn't have to be spiritual or whatever. Like, what is the next thing that makes like human life, like, that changes it completely? Is it like Elon Musk test? Like,
I think it's gonna be the robots.
you think so?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna start when people, we start going a little more bionic,
Yeah,
Like getting
actually
getting
implementing-
implants and stuff. Because
That's already a thing, especially
Yeah,
for vets.
Yeah, but if you look at our bodies, we're very fragile.
It's
You know
true.
what I mean? You could puncture us and we'll fucking leak all our insides
true.
out everywhere
That's
and
true.
die, you know? If we can get to a place where that's not a problem anymore, now we can just live with our minds for 250 years, whatever
Yeah.
it gets to. We're going to try and advance that because that's part of our human nature is to survive and stay alive.
You know, it's crazy. I don't want to sound like the old nigga in movies, but I ain't doing that shit. Y'all, I'd rather die.
No, we won't. We
Yeah.
won't be there for
It
that.
won't be us. It'll
No,
be,
at all. We'll be gone. So that's why I'm never like really tripping on it or mad. Like, oh, I'm not somebody that's like, oh, I want humans to live forever.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
might not happen, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
What do you think is first, like bionic or exoskeleton?
I mean, they already have more exoskeleton stuff. I think
Yeah.
Bionic will be after that.
Okay. You
How-
seen the Nikes? The new Nikes is about to come. The basketball Nikes. That like they're basically like foam posits times 10. You know how foam posits form to your foot?
Yeah.
These are like shoes that lace themselves, but also adapt as you wear them.
Yeah,
Talking
man.
to your mic a little bit more. No, I'm
Right.
serious.
Yeah, I
I'm
know, I
serious.
can tell, I
These
can tell.
mics, I guess, are lower because we're in a bigger room or something.
No, I just don't have on headphones today, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tech is gonna be cool, man.
It's
I think
You-
we'll
you-
get we'll get a
you
few
think
decades
we'll-
of good tech.
You think we'll get to that before all this cloning shit?
no
Yeah.
cloning is. What you mean, like full human cloning?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got
I
most of that shit out now.
I feel like cloning is like a real thing, and
It's a real thing.
and I definitely remember that movie, The Island.
Mhm.
I don't even. I
That
didn't see it.
when I seen that shit as a kid, and I always feel like they make movies to test how society is gonna react to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that movie, The Island. That movie, The Island, was basically all like a bunch of niggas being cloned and not knowing that they're clones.
Right.
So that and they were just clones of rich motherfuckers. That way,
Mhm.
when you need a heart transplant or you need this or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah. They could access
yeah,
it.
they can access it, and it's exactly the same as them.
I
you
think
know?
we'll like the technology to do those sort of like terrible things
Yeah.
will be there before they actually happen. I
Yeah.
think we'll have enough control and regulations around it to at least go for a few decades.
Because
with the
they're
tech
talking about clone,
before
like
something
animals have been
happens.
cloned. Like
Yeah.
they've cloned animals.
I think a goat. They cloned a goat.
They've cloned a
And
cow.
if there was a
They've
way
cloned
to
pigs.
clone a version of me without the version of me being like mentally, you know what I'm saying, or like, if you could do it without and make it humane somehow, you
Mhm.
know, then I don't see how that would be a bad idea. Like that's a smart way to preserve life. But
It
I
depends.
see it
Does that
causing
clone
an
have to eat food?
insane amount of like resource problems.
The
or
clone
whatever.
does that clone burn the same amount of energy as you?
Yeah.
Are they, you know what I mean, leaving the biggest footprint as you? Now we're talking about do we have enough capacity?
Yeah,
to
that's
even
what I'm
hold it?
saying. That's
'Cause
what I'm
we're
saying.
already human population is
It's
reaching
crazy.
a capacity where it's like going to start declining
Yeah,
because there's just too many people.
I just watched Infinity Wars again.
That's a bad movie too, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely feels like
Nigga
a
hates
setup.
everything.
It's not horrible.
it was
It's-
definitely a
it's,
setup.
It's,
You talk about the
it's
ending.
definitely better on
God.
Netflix than that shit is. Like,
When you streamed it for free.
yeah,
We were talking about this on.
Nigga can't want you to go to jail, bro.
We
When
were
you
talking about this
streamed
on Twitter, JL, with Floyd Mayweather flexing his watches and shit. What's
Oh,
your
yeah.
opinion on black people feeling the need to flex to show that they have money?
I don't know if that's why he does it.
I feel like that's Floyd's personality.
You don't think that's most like
But I
rappers and shit taking pictures with jewelry?
It's
and, like,
unnecessary.
money phones?
It's unnecessary.
It's corny
it's
now
a
to
sign.
me.
It's a sign that you might
That you're
not
young?
that you might not have ever had
Floyd
that
not
before,
young.
which is
Yeah.
not necessarily a bad
No, like,
thing if that's
mentally.
if that's
Yeah,
the
I
truth.
know.
Yeah.
I don't see Floyd doing it as the same as like a rapper or someone doing it though, because that's how he built his whole empire was off of that. He was kind of
That
like
was his marketing.
he was kind of like
basically.
yeah, that's his marketing. He
Yeah.
was like the first. That's how he sold fights, like the first real like boxer, serious money making. Like and I like I flex, I vote on social media like
I
heard Floyd
I
Mayweather's
get
really
that.
Nice too.
I get that, but why is he still doing
Yeah.
it?
because
is what
he's,
the question.
because
Like,
he's
50.
still
Does it-
promoting shit.
but no, he's still he still gets stuck in those everyday human emotions of, you know, wanting to be popular, like him and his 50 Cent beef. You know, he want to show, I got the $18 million watch.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, that's
Hey.
corny. Come on, dude.
That almost makes me think he's
$18
struggling. Like, I gotta show you that I still
million
have money.
And he's been acting kind of like he
Yeah.
is struggling.
Random fights
It's-
versus Asian kids.
You
And
know,
shit.
it's not that
like,
he's struggling, but he
That was a
wants
smart money move.
that he wants to keep, you know, he spends a lot of money. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
too.
And to
He
live
probably has a lot of expenses.
to
He
live
got a
another
lot
40
of
years
bitches,
like that, you need a lot more money.
employees,
And
yeah.
that's why he
Yes.
does it, because he has the constant, like, he can't fade under. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, with the way he likes to live life, which I can't fault you. If that's how you want to live life, cool. That's how you want to
Exactly.
live life. And if you're not, like, seriously invested on some random shit, you know, you kind of are making all your money based off of your personality, then you constantly have to be in the limelight.
All right,
And
but
if this is how you're constantly in the limelight, then cool, keep
Let's-
doing it.
let's
At this point, that's him just being a celebrity and making money off of his celebrity.
Let's take Floyd out of it.
Right.
Not let's just. I'm just asking more about us. Why does it seem like black people? Why do we have to show that we have money?
I don't know, rap music.
I think culturally it's been shown like this is how you do it. This is how you flex. You get the car, you get the wireless phone. You know, you can go
It's-
back to the 80s
yeah,
and look
it's
at it.
rap
kinda.
music.
It comes off real corny to me now. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just I
You getting older, bro.
that shit just look weak to me, bro. Like I just hate it, bro. I
You're
don't
definitely
like that
getting
shit
older,
at
yeah.
Yeah, that's literally just age, bro. Cause
You start to realize that shit is like really is not cool. You know,
Yeah,
because
like,
back in the
big-ass
day
waste
you
of
might
money.
have like,
Cause-
oh,
cause-
I
cause
want a grill, I want a chain.
Jay Z,
you know?
Jay Z used to do that shit like crazy, and then he completely switched everything up. You know, he grew.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
mean,
I,
and you just
I
get in more
understand.
doors.
I understand how like if you come from nothing, when you first get money, like you know what I'm saying, like the Migos first got money or Lil Yachty first gets money, you're like, oh, I just want to show the world, my nigga. Like all them niggas who used to like
But
make fun of me in
that
high
to me is
school,
crazy,
all that
though.
brokenness that I used to go through as a kid. Oh, I just want to flex on these niggas so bad right now.
But that's why it can be sad, man.
Yeah,
it can be
bro.
sad that they really feel like that hurt from
That bro, think about it. It's just people who have been through traumas in their life, who have dealt with bullying or whatever the case may be, and now feel like you know success is the best revenge.
So-
They didn't see no therapy. They didn't talk it out with their problems or nothing
Uh-huh.
like that, and they're like, I gotta get my revenge on these niggas. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Let me ask you this: do you think that trauma can be like carried on in DNA?
I don't know.
I've
I have a
never-
weird way I feel about DNA now too.
Because I feel like trauma, like we've had so much trauma as African Americans that sometimes maybe our DNA is, we're acting out as a way to get back at these traumas that are already
Maybe
just
too.
in us.
It probably could
I
have
don't
played
know.
a part in the way we was raised from the
Yeah.
parents too. That them
Yeah.
dealing with trauma,
Mm-hmm.
they're worrisome people, and they put that into us like at a young age. So
Yeah.
we grew up with that shit.
yeah,
I mean-
I don't think it's DNA. I definitely think it's like my parents,
Right.
and then the
it's
way
not that far
it's-
away. Is
yeah,
what you're saying.
exactly. And it's just like
'Cause it
trickling
really isn't.
down. It's trickling down into like just little things that you would pick up from your parents.
Yeah.
You picked up that from their parents and picked up that from their parents. That and you're constantly reminded every day
Yeah.
of what
Well, because we're
ancestors
so
went
close
through.
to it.
Yeah,
you know, I think
exactly.
we got to keep in perspective that like I think in like 1910 or 11, I learned this in my African American studies class in
Okay.
college. Like 1910, 1911, the illiteracy rate for blacks was like in the 90s.
Mhm.
Like 90% of black people could not read or write.
Yeah.
And that's in the early 1900s.
Mhm.
You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
I was born in 1990, 80 years after that. Like
Yeah, that's crazy.
to go from 90% of couldn't even read and write to now we're still figuring it out now in the business world and everything. We've come a long way, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah,
And that's why you see some of this stuff like with the chains and stuff. We might not necessarily know how to deal with it yet. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was funny when you said that. It made me think about this meme. I just think I like to relate it to memes, but it was this meme. It was a joke, but it was fucking perfect. And the dude was like, "Aren't you guys over slavery? Like, fuck, it was like it happened to your ancestors. Like, get over it." And the nigga was like, "You mean my grandma, nigga?"
Right.
Because it was like it was not that long ago.
Yeah.
And that shit was just so funny to me, bro, because it was so true.
Yeah, man.
But
My
it's like-
grandma was a legit grew up on like a sharecropping farm.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Like that's
see?
where she was born. You know what I mean?
That's my point.
And
nigga,
her
like,
mom
the
was a
fact that it's so
sharecropper, and then
close.
her grandma was slavery.
Obviously, slavery. Yeah, yeah.
But
Are
it's
you
not
guys-
that far away?
Are you guys gonna spank your kids?
I think I will.
Yeah. I say it like that because I almost know that I'm doing it for the wrong reasons.
Mm.
You know?
It's not
Spanking your
needed.
kids? It's not.
No,
it,
I'm
it
saying
is. It is.
I,
needed.
Think it is
like.
needed?
I think my saying that I'm going to do it is coming from maybe I feel like I won't be able to control myself almost from getting physical. Like if because that's kind of how I was taught. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you get out of bounds, you get spanked or whatever.
I just know
Yeah.
the lessons I learned from being spanked, and I wasn't spanked all the time. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't like an abuse thing. So I knew like, oh shit, I'm getting hit. I'm
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And that was really the only thing. And it didn't even work that long. That was like the only thing that I like as a child I responded to. I wasn't scared to get put on punishment.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't scared to have stuff taken away,
Mm-hmm.
but I was scared like to get hit. I was like, fuck, I don't want to get hit.
But I
for
think
this.
that's the correct way to do it. You can't get whooped for everything
yeah,
because then
exactly.
you're gonna get immune to that shit. But if you do it like that, you're like your mind is like even as a kid like yo, I really fucked up this time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of over this like slavery shit in general. Like, not to
What?
say. I know that sounds fucking crazy, bro.
It's like
I-
Kanye, bro.
Just that is always getting brought up. Like it's
I mean,
in
that
movies.
do act like
It's
real
still
red.
being talked about a
I'm
lot.
just
That nigga
annoyed.
fed us McDonald's.
I'm annoyed at the fact that like it's white people still to this day
To this day, nigga.
making money off of slavery, bro. It's like every movie that comes out in regards to slavery, the head of these fucking, Universal and all this shit, they're all white, my nigga. Like, this is all money going back into a nigga whose ancestors owned slaves. Now you making movies about slaves, making us feel like we started with slavery when that's not where our history starts
Right,
at all.
right.
Where the fuck?
But is it their fault or is it
Ex-
our fault for going to see the movie and they're making money off of it?
That's what I'm saying. When I say I'm
Bro.
over this shit, I'm
Trip,
over it.
trip.
I don't
They
watch
can make
slavery
enough money.
movies
Black
no
people
more.
don't even
Like,
have to go. If just white people went, there's enough
Yeah,
white
hey,
people to make enough
exactly.
money.
Do y'all remember the OG Birth of a Nation?
The TV show?
The movie, the
The
old
racist
movie with
one.
the people in blackface.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
All right,
I
y'all
do
remember
not
that they
remember
made
that
that movie again? Y'all remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With,
And it was with
Nate
black
Turner.
people in it now, right?
Yeah.
And I watched the movie and was pissed, right? Well, I still supported it, basically, right? I didn't even want to watch it. I still wasn't seeing it. And then somebody was like, "Oh, I'm happy I saw the movie. I'm happy like the black people fought back." And I was like, "Are you stupid?" I was pissed. I think I was with my ex, like, and we were exes then, but we went, and I like literally like had to hold back from going off on her. I was so upset because I'm like, "Do you understand what this imagery is? Like, do you understand that they got away, they fought, and he still died?" Like, do you understand what this subconsciously does to somebody to let you know that no matter what you do, you still lose?
But I don't agree with. But I will say that there is a group of people that will say it's good that those type of movies are being made so that other people can see how it was and understand how bad it was.
I
Nah,
don't need to
man.
see. I don't need to see how. It
I don't
was,
agree
bro.
with it, but I'm saying that's
No,
how people.
yeah,
a
'cause
lot of some people.
The thing
think
is
like
that them showing it, it's different. Like, you have to understand. It's
You gotta talk more to your
seeing
mind.
how it is, and then understanding the underlying story that they're trying to give off. What's more important is what you absorb subconsciously. Consciously, if you see like, yeah, it really was fucked up and fuck that, like, all right, cool. Somebody else is gonna say these black actors are getting opportunities. Okay, cool. But the underlying story of what you see, this is no different from saying like, hey, bro, no matter what you do, the police is out here killing black people. You're gonna die regardless. What difference is that from the dude fighting back and still dying? It kind of teaches you instead, don't fight back.
Wasn't Birth of the Nation the one that the black dude made and he got in trouble?
Nate,
Like like a sexual assault case and they killed him.
Nate, what?
I mean, but
Not
that
killed
whole
him, but I'm
story is
saying they
about
killed
that,
him in
though.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
about
they didn't
it
kill
was
him.
Nate
It's
Turner,
about you gonna die no matter what. Like
Yeah.
that's what it was
But
back
the
then.
OG
though.
one was racist as fuck.
Yeah,
it
that was- it
outwardly
was different.
racist.
It was
This one
different,
like,
yeah.
so covert that I was just like, are y'all stupid? This is stupid. Nobody sees this as stupid.
But the movies are based on Nat Turner's story, right? Like an
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
story that
Yeah.
happened. So
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a true
You
story.
can't get
yeah.
too far off of what happened.
You
So do
know.
you like movies like Django?
I actually love Django.
Yeah, that's the only slavery movie where I was like, and I really only watched that shit because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I
Yeah.
wanted to see his take on it.
Yeah.
And
And people were really
and it was
upset.
more of just it was a superhero movie, really. It was
Right.
about a
That
fucking black
100% that.
dude who doesn't miss ass shooting ever, killing a bunch of fucking slave owners. So it was like,
Yeah.
all right.
but to your point though, the imagery, what does it do subconsciously? Like in school, even like in grade school, I always had a problem with when we, they first teach you about like how shit used to be,
Yeah.
like in like 5th grade or whatever it
Yeah.
is. They put on a movie
and they
you wa-
they fairy tale it as a kid too.
and it's not even just a fairy tale, but now once you tell, I grew up like I said in Idaho,
Yeah.
around a bunch of white kids. Once you tell all these kids this is what it is, these guys used to be this, you guys used to be this, you know, what does that do to them subconsciously at that point, at that moment going forward? Are they now thinking, well, damn, you know, Spencer used to be, his people used to be slaves, so like, you know, I didn't even.
And
now they're looking at me like I'm not part of them.
Yeah,
then I'm-
but slavery's looked at the wrong way. People don't look at slavery as like people look at slaves as like, oh, they were slaves, they were less than. It's like, no, bro, they were forced into this. You have to look at the evil. You know what I mean? Like you're not looking at the evil of the fact that someone put another human being through this. You know what I mean? Instead, they're looking at it like, oh, this human being was less than, and you're a result of what was less than. And without the other half of the story, without first the connection of what happened overseas in Africa,
Yeah.
and then after, because that story, and I have this conversation a lot about blacks and Africans and the divide, but after that, there's still minus like any attachment to Africa is the greatness of black people in America. That story is completely like, bro, African American studies is an elective. You can't learn that shit except in college. You know what I
Right.
mean? You gotta think about that.
No, I have a problem with the way
Yeah,
you know
but
we're taught.
You see where
period,
I'm going,
in the
right? So
curriculum.
it's just like how could they think anything different from you going through K through 12 when all they know about you, not just you, all they know about you too is slavery.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right?
saying.
And all you know about you is slavery too. And then you get older and go, wait a minute.
It's
There's
a-
black conquistadors.
it's
There's black
damaging.
inventors. You see black inventors. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Bro,
so
it's like
crazy.
The
all,
curriculum
it's
is
like all of
damaging.
the black history that you learn about in school is black people overcoming hard times.
Yeah.
That's it. It's never like black people conquering this, black people conquering that. It's literally like this happened to you, then you overcame, then this happened, then you overcame that, and you're still overcoming these things that's happening
Yeah.
right now. So you're always like, damn, we're so
I think the whole
we're so
curriculum
repressed.
needs to
We're
be
so repressed.
needs to
We're
be
so
worked
repressed.
on. It needs to be
needs
You
more
said the
torn
right
apart and
thing.
started over.
Yeah. They definitely have to teach the history the right way.
Because they teach it the wrong way. The first thing, I mean, at least where I grew up, you learned
Yeah.
about your state in fourth grade.
Okay.
And then you learned about the U.S. in fifth grade.
Okay.
So to me, that's already basing your view from like the inside out instead
Yeah.
of the outside in.
Do you remember learning about Thanksgiving and shit for the first time?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mom deaded that shit so quick when I was like, Mom, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My
They
mom
They
was
tell you
like,
that happy ass story. It's like
Yeah.
a Disney movie.
My mom-
The
yeah, exactly.
Pilgrims and the Indians.
My mom was like, nah, yo,
They
that's not what
turned it
happened. You know, and that's what I mean. Like,
They set us up with a paradigm that is not
Oh, shit.
not accurate.
That reminds me. Did y'all see the shit that went viral yesterday with the Trump supporters in front of the
Mm-hmm.
the?
I didn't see it. What is
Let
it?
me pull up the clip.
He
but
was-
that's why parenting is so important. Like, if you don't have a parent that can dead something like that, like, right, like, I know I got that talk, but I don't think all those white kids got that talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what? This is actually what happened, and Thanksgiving's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You suddenly, you know what I'm saying? You're just less informed, and shit goes overlooked for years. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
mean,
like-
you're not less informed because you have the same amount of information, but now you're misinformed because it's the wrong information.
Yeah.
So
Ding,
you're full of
ding, ding,
information.
Bro. We need a
but-
soundboard.
Exactly.
You know?
That was gold right there, bro.
That's facts, bro. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean by when I say I'm over
course,
slavery.
yeah.
Like, that shit is like,
Indigenous people march, and then the Trump supporters like crashed it, and they're like just like almost mocking them like right in their face, like as he's
I believe those kids go to a Catholic school,
Catholic
and
high
they
school.
got bussed in.
yeah. Let me see if I can fast forward here, just right in his face.
Why? Like, why would you do that?
You know, I mean, you can see why in his face because
I
he
can see
thinks,
why,
you
but
know what I
People
mean?
were saying the irony of it too, like they were chanting like "build the wall" to these niggas.
They just-
Like
Yeah, that's
it's like, yeah,
that's crazy.
we should have built the wall,
Yeah.
nigga.
This is the funniest thing
Should've
to me
never
when
let y'all
people will be
niggas
like,
in
"Oh,
here."
isn't like racism over?" You know, I've had people tell me
Yeah.
that like there's no racism anymore, and then now it's like you're starting to see a lot, but they
Yeah.
still don't see it the same way.
because people
They-
people
they-
see
they-
racism
they
as
get
slaves
the
and shit.
the political veil of, well, it's just he's bringing back jobs.
Yeah,
to
there's
America.
back doors to
It's
everything.
Like, damn, bro,
to get
are
out
y'all
of it.
crazy.
Yeah.
But some people don't want to see. That's all. Sometimes people you got to just chalk it up to like you don't want to see it, bro.
Not
it's
at
cool.
all.
You know, it's like it is what it is, bro. I know that there's never gonna be a day where like a racist doesn't exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not in our lifetime.
And that's okay for real.
I,
To me, that's okay.
I'm with that too.
I'm racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I
Are you racist? Like you
No,
think? Do you,
no,
well,
not
let me ask you
not
this.
genuinely.
Let
Like,
me-
I dislike an entire race of people.
Do you think one race is better than another?
Nah.
Because
not,
if you do,
not
if you
as a
do-
whole,
if you
not
do
as a
by
whole.
definition, that's racism.
Not as a whole. I don't. I think
Like even if I was sitting here and say I think black people are better than white people, that's racist.
I just notice things about every race, and I see like where this race prevails versus where this race prevails. You know what I'm saying? So
Culturally or racially?
no, racially, and I don't know. It could be
Can
culturally.
you say that racially, bro? What?
I don't know. I feel like I look at.
I think you meant culturally.
I
low-key. Say
you
my
know what?
nigga. That's
You know
my
what?
nigga, bro. I
It's-
got
okay. Let's say culturally because it is based off of how we were brought up and shit. I notice a lot as males, especially males without like father figures in our lives and stuff. I notice we base ourselves off of someone that we see cool, whether it be like a older brother, a big homie in the neighborhood, a fucking character on TV.
True.
Whatever it is, you kind of like guide towards something like, oh, that nigga's tight. I want to be similar to this person. And that's what black people do. White people do the exact same thing.
Right.
But the characters in
yeah.
which that you
Right.
base it off of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like working at a bar where it's a bunch of white people, I'm like, every girl here thinks she's fucking Rachel from Friends. Like every girl thinks she's Rachel. Every white dude thinks he's on the Big Bang Theory, and like being like nerdy, or you know, is gonna like get him somewhere.
They're trying to play a character.
Yeah, and then I've noticed there's just a certain amount of like smoothness and finesse to black people that I meet at the same place. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm just like, what is that? Like, what is it about you that you're just a
I
little
think that
smoother?
goes
in
back
general?
to their idols or whoever they look up to. It was probably they were probably
like-
smooth.
I think
we
also
were
too.
over here idolizing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know what I'm saying? And these niggas are idolizing Ross. You know, I'm like, all right, I get how you're corny. I'll also notice white people get drunk and become extremely, and a lot of times not even that drunk, extremely uncoordinated. You know, like there's just like there's an
I don't know.
insane there's bro.
I mean,
bro,
it's anecdotal.
There's-
This is
he-
anecdotal.
bro,
This is
I think what's your
anecdotal.
name?
Bro.
Yeah, most people get drunk. They get uncoordinated.
nah,
though.
bro. I've seen some drunk ass black people, bro.
What do you mean, like uncoordinated?
I mean, these niggas are stumbling
can't
as
test
soon
this,
as
though.
they get into the bar, bro.
They could have been
Like,
drinking before.
bro, maybe, but I'm just like, yo, these motherfuckers are the most like, I'm gonna stop right here and text and stumble around and make my way up, and then I'm
I
like,
gotta go.
and I'm like, yo, bro, are you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm completely fine. I'm normal. I'm like, oh, you're just a goofy motherfucker, bro. Like, you know that nigga in school that was just goofy, clumsy ass motherfuckers? They got more of them, bro. Like, I don't know.
It's
dude.
like it's a clan of them niggas.
And then
I think it's
and
also
then-
too with our race.
when I relate it back to sports, though, I'm like, well, that's true. We do dominate sports. We are just more athletic. Maybe we are better walkers. You know,
I think it's also too with our race. Everything, not everything, but swag is so like important in black race and shit.
Yeah,
So
bro.
we like, oh, I can't ever look cool. Like niggas in LA get mad if you say, oh, you weird.
bro.
They be like, nigga, who you calling weird? I'm not weird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This ain't got shit to do with shit, but this region between your shoe and the way your pants fit on your shoe, right? Taper on your shoe, I've noticed is something white people don't care about. And I've noticed in the black community, that's a make or break on an entire outfit. If your pants don't fit right in
That's
ratio to your shoe, your whole outfit is corny. Like, what are you doing, bro? That shit don't work. Like,
I feel like that could be a lack of experience
Look
with
at
enough white
everybody's
people,
shoes
though.
right now. Just
Because
see what's going
I know a lot of white people that care about how the taper fits, you know, or
Bro.
and how they put that fold on it. They do two folds.
yeah, they look. He was the first hipster with the
a
shit that was cuffing.
A fold or two
Right.
fold. Yeah. That's a thing, and that was like as advanced as I seen it get. I noticed that once joggers came into play and the stupid like elastic already fit taper pants, that shit went out the window.
But I think
It
this
was
goes
like-
into what I was saying. Black people just care about more how we look and come off to people. That's why we flex and we have to show jewelry and shit. Whereas a white guy, he could be rich and he don't care. He got open toe sandals on. Like, I don't give a fuck. But a black dude, I'm going to snap my Balenciaga shoes to let you know I got money.
Okay. But even all right, so think about white people who be dressing nice as fuck. I've still noticed a large percentage of them don't care about that taper.
I ain't
between-
never. I don't know
Bro,
about
I've
that.
seen it, but you know who does care about that shit amazingly? Asian people. They fucking dress so tight, bro. And that taper is
bro.
always almost spot
Japanese
on,
people
bro.
are so fashionable and care about fashion like Paris, nigga. It's crazy. Like New York. Like I'm like, yo, y'all niggas dress too nice for me. Like even whatever style, bro. You didn't go. None of y'all went to Japan. It was like fucking. You went to Japan, bro, into the mall, and the mall was like the fucking like like divided. Like it was like if you go into this one store, it was like costumes. It wasn't like outfits. Everyone dressed like one way 100%, and was really that way. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
crazy. I never seen people go like so hard with fashion before.
It's just culturally, man. It's
It
just
was
where you are
wild,
culturally.
dog. I
It could
was
be
like,
regional. It could be all sort. You know what I mean? There's different, dress in the different regions of the United States.
That's
Yeah,
true
no,
too.
that's
Because
true.
when we
People
went to
from Cal-
Texas, I was
Yeah.
like, yo, niggas out here at 2X tall pro clubs and shit. Like, you know
it's
what I'm saying?
different.
Like,
it's just
To
different.
this
Yeah.
day,
yeah.
to this day. To this
Yeah.
day, you can go to Idaho and see somebody wearing mossy oak, and
Yeah.
some cargos. They don't even fashion ain't even hit up there,
Yeah.
but they still think they look fine. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It just comes down to cultural shit.
We gotta start wrapping up. AMF gotta get to his date, bro. That nigga whispered to Mari. He said, "She pressed me. We gotta go, bro."
All right, man.
I
Got
said
the
no
alert.
such thing.
Quick hot takes.
Yeah.
One hot take we didn't talk about is everybody coming at Drake. How do you feel about?
I hate
that?
it.
Everyone,
I feel like when you at
specifically the weekend.
the top.
I'm about to say the.
Well, I
target
feel
on
like
your
the weekend and Drake got some beef, like underlining shit that we don't know about
You
between
think
back.
so?
them.
Some Toronto.
Or it's
beef,
probably
right?
over a girl.
'Cause
I
I
could
feel-
definitely
I-
see that.
I feel like Drake is always shouting out the weekend, bro. Like he
that might
never
be a
has
sneak diss that
anything
we don't know about,
bad
low-key.
to
Yeah,
say
what I've
about The
heard a lot of
Weeknd.
people
Might
in
keep my name
in
out
the
your mouth.
industry say is Drake will big up you, but also shit on you in another interview. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a
He
lot.
doesn't interview. I've never seen him interview. Really.
I don't know. That's what.
What's another
I
hot
mean-
take?
I just watched Ebro was talking about this shit.
If Drake is upping you in his music, it's like, all right,
What's the next I'll take?
The next hot take.
spending too much time on this.
That nigga gotta go, boy.
All right, if you have a baby with a girl, she off limits to your homie. Yeah, obviously.
No, but like it's a random chick you have a baby with.
Wait, what?
Like you had a one night stand.
You, had a
You know what I'm
baby?
saying? And
She
you-
you had a
she
baby
ain't
with a
random.
girl,
She
yeah,
ain't
once
you have
random
the
after
baby,
the
it ain't
baby.
random, yeah.
She's in your life forever.
okay, I'm
now.
saying okay. When I say random, I mean a girl that you're not pursuing or dating. It's just a girl that you have a chick with. Could a homie date your baby mama?
Nah.
That's weird.
Hey Kim, you have a lot of like.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can-
you know what? You
but
know
I can
what?
see
You know
it
what?
happen.
I don't
I
know
can see it
anybody
happening.
this how
If he-
happened to. I
I
was
can
trying to
see
come
that
up with
happening.
If he's down to pay the child support.
This nigga can't be watching Jerry Springer. Like, let me break
Uh,
this one down.
All right, is being super buff out of style?
Super buff?
I
Hell
think so.
yeah.
I almost feel like it's coming back in the style.
A little bit, but
Because
I
if
think
you
it's
look
out of
at the
style.
rappers, the R&B singers, none of them niggas is like I remember back in the day, like 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Nelly, all these niggas was super
Busta
yoked.
Rhymes and shit.
But you look at the
I would say
rappers
Nelly
now.
was, like swole.
When he did that sweatshoe shit, when he came back,
I
that
don't
nigga
know.
was yoked. Even
I
the
think it's
R&B
on- I think
singers
it's
like
over.
Usher, Trey Songz.
Yeah.
I see like a lot of girls on Twitter like
You
be
know what?
hashtagging
You can
dad
be
bod
ripped
and
and
shit.
shredded,
All right,
but
all right.
I don't think you want to be.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
traps to your
last
ears
thing I
and
want to talk
shit.
about. I know AMF got to go, but there is this weird fucking gray area with fat people right now.
What you trying to say, bro? Just say it to my face.
I've noticed on Twitter there's like a large community of fat people who are shaming people for wanting to like become healthy and like lose weight. They're like,
That's just ego-driven shit, dude.
bro, some girl
They can't get
posted
over
the
it.
other day, and this shit got so many retweets. She was like, losing weight isn't an accomplishment.
Yes, it is.
She was like, just because you lose weight or something like that doesn't mean you're better or anything like
No,
that.
it's
It
not
was
weight.
like-
She's
It's
wrong.
not weight specifically. It's body fat percentage.
Yeah,
If it's
So-
your goal and you achieve it, that's an
that's
accomplishment.
an accomplishment.
That too.
She's just hating.
Yeah, but I was just like, what? Where is this coming? Like, is this? This shit is like I live in a parallel universe where it's like, all right, you can't talk about fat people. Like that's bad.
Apparently, you
Right.
can talk about gay people on Family Guy no more either.
Yeah, that sucks.
Crazy.
You can't. All right, so you can't talk about fat people. You can't. And being fat is a disease, but also it's poor lifestyle choices. And then you have to. They can talk about you though, and they can say that being skinny sucks or whatever, and you
Crazy.
can't really get mad at that or you're shaming. And then it's just like so much weird shit,
Bro,
there.
you know what this shit
Where I
is,
was like,
bro?
what are the rules?
It's
anymore?
Revenge of the Nerds, bro.
Yo,
It's exactly that. Like, it's just like, oh, nigga, like, all the popular kids now have to like be the ones that are like not, now we're the ones on. It's like, bro, period. Look, my nigga, this is just a fact medically. Being overweight is gonna be bad for you, whether it happens now. Like, first
same
off,
with being underweight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I'm not saying fucking make yourself throw up and be tiny. I'm saying like
that's also very unhealthy.
You should never shame someone for trying to get healthy.
Make
You-
their body
like,
better, right?
yeah,
Not
and,
at all.
and that's the thing. Like, all right. So the only thing I could agree with the girl on is that looking fat doesn't mean that you're unhealthy.
Not at all.
You see, like Roy Nelson and like a bunch of heavyweight fighters in the UFC are big niggas.
Yeah.
And they're healthy as fuck, but they move around enough. They just eat a lot. Sumo wrestlers healthy as fuck. They just move around a lot. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with them. You know what I mean? Health wise, but that doesn't represent like the large percentage of people that actually have actual issues.
Like
'Cause they don't-
obesity is not okay.
No, it's
Like,
just not gonna work.
You know, like that. There's never an area where like, oh, it's okay. You know, like,
Yeah.
nah, nigga, that shit ain't okay, bro.
I
Like,
just think that the focus has to be on health itself. Health.
Yeah.
It isn't the size. All that shit's not as important as the health itself. But these people who are making these arguments aren't making these arguments for that. They're making it for the body shaming part of it and saying it like, oh, it's okay. And it's like you're hurting somebody doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, we also got off topic too.
what?
We were talking about people that were super buff, not people in shape. There's a difference
Bro,
between being in shape
that's
and
also
super buff.
obesity as well.
With being super buff.
Yeah.
Being super buff and like steroid,
And that's not
being
healthy either, nigga.
steroided
I'm just saying
out
that
and shit.
look. I feel like when you say it's out of style now, that
Nah, it's coming back into style, bro. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't think so, bro.
Who's bringing it back in?
Yeah,
It's
Mike
like,
Rashid.
like the bodybuilding community is like rapidly growing due to social media and shit. So
I
more
just
and
think
more
all the
Bodybuilding's
bodybuilders.
always been big.
Well,
Yeah,
but, like,
it just-
it's getting like bigger.
But it
now.
goes in
Now-
waves.
now-
He's
I think it's
saying
just easier to connect now for you guys, the bodybuilders and shit. I say you guys, you ain't no bodybuilder.
But no,
nigga.
and that goes to it's easier to connect. That goes to the point that Che was talking about seeing this tweet that got 1,000 retweets. You know, you're just seeing that just because the technology.
Yeah.
Those people have always been there.
But if the technology is advancing like that and the reach is growing, then the influence is growing as well.
And I think there are more people getting into shape than ever before because of that
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
You know,
Yeah. I would just say I feel like that look. I was just thinking like you look at all like the old past like
No one wants to look. I mean, some
that
people wanna
super
look like
buff look is
that.
out.
I wouldn't want to look like that. No.
The super buff.
I don't know.
Plus, being buff like that, bro, is bad for you.
Yeah, it's unhealthy.
Not even health wise. It just as mobility, like it's bad for you, bro. You're
No.
basically putting yourself. You're counting on like a one hit to you know what I mean? It's just stupid. It don't matter how strong you are. You're too slow.
Yeah.
The Rock is doing it all right though.
The Rock.
The Rock is the Rock,
Yeah.
bro.
The Rock is like the only
Rock
person.
is
That's
a
part of
different-
his image is to stay with that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
you think-
stay big
That's why
like
he
that.
gets all those roles.
You think he's on
the,
steroids?
the Rock probably.
The Rock hit Royce
performance
before.
enhancers. Sure, I don't know if he's taking anything anabolic. I wouldn't put it past him, but I wouldn't, sit here and say he for sure did because I see his ass up in the morning, like 4 a.m, grinding, working hard every day. So
Yeah.
Last thing I'm gonna say, I saw somebody tweeting about this about The Rock. They were saying, how come he's never has a black family in a movie?
Bro, he don't pick them families. and
Does
don't
he
give a
not?
fuck.
I would.
I
have
couldn't
to
think of
look.
one.
I thought he might have in some.
Only one that I
don't
could
know.
think of was where he was a fairy tale, but his daughter was mixed.
Mm.
His daughter's not black.
I
in
said a
Fast and the
fairy tale.
Furious?
No, she was.
She's like Hawaiian looking.
She was like white.
She's what he is. Like,
Nah,
what-
she was
yeah.
like white.
Right.
But they're
She
just
was-
saying he always has a
Nah,
white wife or a
his
white
daughter
girlfriend.
For sure, I'm not gonna let that slide, bro. His daughter for sure is not white in Fast and the Furious.
Yes, she is, bro. The
She's
one.
not.
Let's pull her up.
Go ahead, my nigga. I hate doing this right now, but go ahead.
While y'all do that, I just want to say thanks for having me on.
Hey, bro,
Oh,
thanks
yeah.
for being
Bro, where
on,
can
bro.
they follow you? Where can they follow you? All your social media.
Just
and
like
everything.
search Spencer Brown on Instagram. It's
Damn,
like
he just, hey, bro, he know his name gonna
there's like
come up, bro.
2 underscores before it, and then Spencer Brown.
Oh, for all right, then never
Yeah.
mind. Then.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you just know your name gonna come up.
You
like
got you
that?
got you got anything coming out right now, like shoot wise, commercials?
Yeah, I have some stuff like with Skechers and stuff. Your listeners probably don't take a
Listen
look
to.
at, but
It don't matter, bro.
Snapchat
you winning.
show,
Fuck our
a
listeners.
Bro,
Snapchat
you did
series.
you did some shit for Planned Parenthood. a
yeah,
while
I did a
ago.
Plan B commercial.
You were telling me the story. You just had to like make out with some shit for like an hour,
Sorry, bro, she looks so
Yeah, they
brown
was.
and then they didn't use none of that because I've seen that commercial
They
a
didn't
bunch
use
of
it.
times.
They didn't use any of that.
That's
no.
hilarious. to
Yeah,
me.
it was an interesting shoot.
Yeah, but that's white to you.
Oh, she's fucking Hawaiian or some sort of.
I don't know. I but they were more getting at The Rock never has a black wife in the movie,
What movie?
but he's black. I guess that's what they're saying. He's black and he's never had a black wife.
The funny thing is why people get so mad at people making movies. It's a business. They're making.
Mind you,
They're not doing it to.
The Rock's
to,
not even
you know,
casted
benefit
to
the
be
community.
politically correct.
You know,
Yeah, they're
sometimes
doing that shit
they
to-
throw that in, but at the end of the day, they're trying to get their money back.
The Rock
And
was
there's
like,
more white people in
"How much
America,
are
so
you
you're
gonna
gonna see
give me?"
more white people in the movies.
Yeah,
I guess it's just so many. He's
there
had
more-
like
are there more
maybe
white
10
people in America?
movies,
I guess, bro.
and he's never had
Then what?
a white girl.
Than every other.
It
race?
is what it is, man. I
think they might have just slipped into the minority.
Okay.
But
think this
white
is real, though,
identifying
you know?
people,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
culturally identifying.
That's true. That's true.
I guess this is
Hey,
it.
hey, okay. Is there more white people in America than minorities?
I don't know about any more.
Remember when the South Park made that skit like that? They go to Raging Waters and they're like, all these damn minorities are here, and then they get there and they're like, wait a minute, there's more minorities than us. They're like, oh shit, we're the minority.
Yeah, I remember that.
I felt like that was
It
like,
might be.
If you add all the minorities,
That's what I'm
together,
saying,
yeah,
like,
I
if
think
it-
that did
collectively.
just slip under.
Oh,
But
It
like
could
I
be
said,
just in our lives
like-
though. We've seen more
I mean,
minorities
I live
than
in
white
LA
people.
though, you know.
yeah,
so
you
it's
gotta
like,
you
it's-
gotta always
it's-
remember that.
I do.
This is different.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah.
I wonder how
This
many.
is way
I'm
different.
gonna look that shit up. We're gonna talk about that next podcast.
Word
All
up.
right, y'all. Thanks for listening. You know where to find us, theaverageamericanmales.com.
Yes, sir. Shouts out y'all, man.
Shout out to homie Spencer for coming through.
Definitely.
And we'll talk to y'all next time.
Peace.
My hand hurt from holding this.
Yeah, this mic is heavy, bro.
Fuck.
Like, I don't know if I want to do this with next time. Stuff like that.
All right, I might get the stand for this one. That one easier to hold. I'll be like,
Yeah, this one. I could.
twisted that shit.
Oh my god.